FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Easily media group station.
This is Boston Bruins hockey. Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Tav Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over! The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup!
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins, winners of 2 of their last 3, try to keep the ball rolling forward as they host the Buffalo Sabres in an Atlantic Division matchup. Great to be with you once again alongside Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston, and tonight's storylines brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. On Tuesday night, Bruins not only shook off their loss from the night before, but overcame a 2-0 first-period deficit en route to a 5-2 win over the Islanders here at TD Garden. Head coach Marco Sturm said it was night and day compared to what he had seen in Ottawa on Monday night.
Even in the first period, but yeah, you're right. Today was much better. There were games we got away a little bit, but we actually mentioned it before the game, just talking to the D, just to move it quicker, to catch some teams, and that makes a big difference. It's coming out of our zone. Sometimes guys are tired and you want to change. You're looking for a change. But when it goes quick back in your own end and he gets stuck, he can't change, or it's going to be a bad change. So that's where we're trying to catch teams by doing that.
Yeah, I assume he's referring to the Ottawa game, and, just they couldn't get out of their own zone. They couldn't make passes to get out of their own zone. Nothing was fast in that game. Nothing was clean in that game. So much better against, the Islanders last game. Even though they were down 2-0, that was the biggest surprise to me because they had jump. It was the complete opposite of what they had the previous evening against the Ottawa Senators. But they had jump. They were moving the puck up the ice. They had a couple of breakdowns, ended up in the back of their net, and then things got solidified. The goaltender had a really strong game in Korpisalo. In fact, he's going back in there again today. Very similar lineup to what they had the other day. In fact, same lineup, I believe, what they had the other day.
That's what they told us.
Yeah, so unless there was a change. Hampus Lindholm will play tonight. He missed practice this morning. Him and his fiancée had a baby this morning, but he is expected to be in the lineup here today, just kind of checking
he is out
the
there.
ice. He's out here for warm-up, so that's a good sign. But, they want to see a similar effort. They want to see a similar type of game. They played fast in that game. Wasn't perfect. We always say that, but you got to go a long way to get perfect. Everybody strives for it, but the consistency on how they want to play has to be there night in and night out, and that's kind of what they're looking for right now. So they've won. You look at it a couple different ways. They had that big blowout, embarrassing loss against the Ottawa Senators, but they've won 2 out of 3. They got a chance to win 3 out of 4 to close out the month and feel good going into the month of November.
Well, speaking of the back end, Hampus came back off of IR on Tuesday, just prior to that game, got back in the lineup. We also saw the NHL debut of defenseman Jonathan Aspero, who had been called up from Providence early this week. 6 years in the minor leagues, finally got to make his NHL debut the other night. Said afterwards it was one of the best days of his life.
Super excited again. Told a few people that I was playing, and just trying to focus on my game and get ready for it. So I was just super excited and happy to be here.
He did a good job. He did exactly what was asked of him. He's not a flashy guy, but he's going to close on you. He's going to be physical. He's not going to, just based on what we've seen in preseason and that one game, he's not going to run guys through the boards, but he's going to be really physical on you. He's going to be hard on you down low. And they're looking for that right now. Aspero plays a pretty simple game. He saw a little bit of penalty killing time, not a ton. We'll see if he sees a little bit more here today. I'm assuming they didn't want to put a lot on his plate. When you had defensemen in the box, and Lindholm had a couple of penalties, Zadorov had a penalty that last game, so if you're going to go with Peak and you're going to go with McAvoy, it's one of Lindholm or Zadorov, then you have to find that fourth guy that's going to be killing on the back end. And sometimes it was Jokiharju, and sometimes it was Aspero. So we'll see how they dole that ice time out here today. I mean, it would be nice if they just stayed out of the box, but that's not always the case. That's not always possible. But they're trying to do that. Marco Sturm talked a little bit about that in our interview with him a year later on in the pregame show.
And Aspero got in the lineup with Mason Lohrei out of the lineup, a healthy scratch. Looks like that's going to happen again tonight.
Yeah, and look, you don't want to beat a dead horse with Mason. He's got some areas that he needs to improve on. He's got some areas and Marco Sturm, again, in the interview that we did with him that we taped it this morning, he talks about it. He said, it's one thing to talk about what you want to do. It's another thing to do it. And when you read his quotes earlier in the season, or just before the season started, he said, I want to be harder to play against in our own zone. He needs to wrap his head around that and then apply it. And he's got ability. He can skate. He can shoot. He's got a lot of poise and composure at the offensive blue line. He can join the rush. Defensively, he has to buy into what it takes. And I'll just, emphasize again and again, he doesn't have to run guys through the boards. It's separating people from pucks, and it's being harder to play against, especially in front of the net and in the corner.
Well, you mentioned Jonas Korpisalo is going to get his second straight start. He was terrific. In fact, was the #1 star here on Tuesday night. Came up with some big saves, especially as the Bruins killed off a 4-minute Islanders power play in the late second and early third periods.
I think especially that I think that was the 4-minute kill, right? I think that kind of gave us the confidence that the moment can change.
Big difference from allowing 4 power play goals against the Ottawa Senators to shutting the Islanders down, and he was a big part of that. So good on them. Still got to stay out of the box a little bit more and reduce the number of penalties they take. Buffalo's a very capable power play. They've got some guys that can hurt you if you allow them to. So when they were in here last time, they weren't a team that was playing very well. I know it was really early in the season, but they're having trouble scoring. They only scored one against the Bruins. I think it was the next game or 2 games later they played Ottawa. They put up 7 or 8. They can score. They're good offensively, and they're playing a little bit better defensively as well.
We also saw some adjustments from Marco Sturm in the lines early in Tuesday's game. Murat Husnudinov got bumped up with David Pastrnak and Elias Lindholm. That put Morgan Geekie on Fraser Minton's line. Minton ended up finishing off the game with an empty net goal, and Sturm says he's seen some early growth in Minton's game this season.
He was still trying to figure out, figure out the game, the way we want to play, the way I want him to play. And he was never in trouble, but he was watching a lot. And when you watch a lot, you stop moving your feet automatically. So, and now he does less watching. He just reacts because of his hockey IQ. And now his legs are taking over, I feel like. And he's been skating really well. And again, not just in Ottawa, even last game, played an excellent game. And I was very happy. The way he plays and works, I'm so happy always about any players who gets rewarded on the end with it, even if they're empty netter. But that's something that's a award for me by playing the right way and playing well.
Yeah, I mean, he's strung together a few games now, and you're starting to see why people have high hopes for him and what he's capable of doing. Playing at both ends of the ice, he's been killing penalties, doesn't get any power play time, but using his legs to get to areas and to close on guys, especially defensively. And for Geekie changing lines and going on with Minton, it's not a demotion for Morgan Geekie. I mean, he's the hottest player on the team right now, goal scoring wise. It's not a demotion at all. It's kind of trying to spread things out a little bit and, just trying some new things. You know that Pastrnak and Geekie have good chemistry together. They think that Geekie's trying to look for Pastrnak a little too much, so this maybe frees him up to be a little bit more on the offensive side of things. So in terms of not looking for guys, not delegating, taking the shot, and as Sturm called it this morning, just being selfish because in a good way, because you've got that shot, you've got that release. So it's not a demotion by any means. It's just kind of spreading things out.
Yeah, he's only 1 goal off the league lead right now, so he's gotten off to a great start. One other note, Bruins announced this afternoon Jordan Harris, who hadn't played since last week's game against Florida, underwent surgery earlier this week with a broken right ankle. Expected recovery time around 2 months. Counting you down to puck drop, here's What's on Deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We'll go around the NHL, including a milestone for Tyler Seguin.
Nothing I ever thought about, until things started happening, and it's cool to be there.
We'll hear Bob's conversation with Marco Sturm.
It's going to be up to us again how we going to bounce back. Last time we had a great game, we didn't bounce back really the right way.
And up next, we'll preview the Buffalo Sabres here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
He roofs it, top shelf.
When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's is crafted in Austin and made for Boston. Every sip has a smooth finish that's always good on ice, just like the Bruins. Realize your top shelf goals and win the pregame and the rest of the game with Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now at McDonald's, wake up with a warm sausage McMuffin with egg for $3 and add any size iced coffee for just $1.29 during breakfast hours only. Price and participation may vary.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Well, it's Lundestrom. Here's Werenski in front. Whoa, let's go! Miles won in overtime for the Blue Jackets.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres coming up. And when last the Sabres visited TD Garden, they lost to the Bruins as part of a 3-game season-opening losing streak. And since that time, they've compiled points in 6 of their last 7, a 4-1-2 record. That includes back-to-back overtime losses against Toronto and Columbus in their last 2 outings. Lindy Ruff hoping his team can be a little more hard-nosed tonight.
Well, I think, the way a lot of teams are defending, you got to win more battles. I think you saw in a couple of games where our rush chances were way up. We made a lot of nice plays, and then last couple of games they kind of got eliminated. So once you get inside the offensive zone, we got to get more pucks to the net, and we got to get bodies that get there. I thought we got pretty good at that last year. I think the start of games we haven't been good at it. So we're going to get back to our roots and what made us effective early in games.
Yeah, they're trying to form some kind of an identity. They've had some guys trying to stand up for their teammates. It's something that they've been criticized for. He's talking about something a little bit different. I understand that, but just forging an identity. I mean, for this franchise, and it's kind of piling on a little bit, but it's just a fact. 14 years since they have been in the playoffs. 14 years. 8 different coaches in those 14 years. And all the players that have left this organization via trade or free agency, I mean, you could field a really good hockey team with the players that have left this organization in those 14 years. So they're trying to forge that identity. They've had some high draft picks, between Power and Dahlin on the back end and some others. I mean, Tage Thompson has become a star. That was a trade with Ryan O'Reilly going to St. Louis, which worked in St. Louis's favor for a while, including a Stanley Cup. But Tage Thompson has become a star in this league. So they've got some pieces. Now they have to put it together as a team. And Lindy Ruff is still trying to form that identity with them.
And despite those 2 recent overtime losses not going their way, Josh Doan said this week he likes the way his team has battled back from a slow start.
We gave everyone a little bit of heart attack out of the gates there this year, which was hard on us and on everybody. But I think, we're starting to trend in that right direction. I think we got to learn how to defend leads there at the end of games, because that's a position that we as a group expect to be in late throughout the year. And I think as a group, the last 7 is obviously positive, and hopefully we can go find a way to get a win on the road.
Coming up next, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines, and we'll be back to go around the NHL here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Get ready, football fans. Nothing goes better with football than an ice-cold, refreshing Coors Light. Catch all the action this weekend at the Range Bar and Grill at 306 Whiting Street in Hingham. When the game heats up and every play counts, choose chill, choose Coors Light.
Rodenheiser Home Services would like to congratulate Lisa M. of Millis, the winner of the signed Jonathan Papelbon water heater. As we head into colder months, now is the perfect time to make sure your water heater's ready for the season. If you're noticing lukewarm water, strange noises, leaks, or your unit is over 10 years old, it might be time for an upgrade. Right now, Rodenheiser Home Services is offering $150 off a new water heater installation. Stay warm, save money, and keep the hot water flowing all season long. Schedule today at Rodenheiser.com.
Here's Boston defenseman Charlie McAvoy on treating his hair loss with Leonard Hair Transplant Associates.
You never think about it as a kid when you have a full head of hair that, you're destined for that same fate. But when I started noticing 22, 23, didn't really know what I could do about it. And then it was just really natural how through the guys I was able to meet Dr. Lepresti and then going over and talking to him and finding out how seamless it would be to get the results that I was looking for. And I couldn't be happier with the work that he's done and how well he's treated me.
Call 1-800-GET-HAIR for a free in-person or virtual consultation.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The game is on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots preparing for the Falcons this Sunday. Ramondre Stevenson still not at practice. He's dealing with a toe injury. Marcus Jones named AFC Defensive Player of the Month. Thursday Night Football features the Ravens and the Dolphins in Game 6 of the World Series. Friday night in Toronto, Blue Jays lead the series 3-2. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 50% off an extra oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network. It's driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign. Donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Colonials, capes, and Victorians, high-rises, townhomes, and triple-deckers. No matter the kind of place you live in, it's your home. That's why at National Grid, we offer energy-saving programs and bill management solutions to help keep it more comfortable and efficient. From home energy assessments to rebates, plus guidance throughout the process. We're here for your home every step of the way. Visit ngrid.com/here for you to learn more. National Grid is a proud sponsor of Mass Save.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Next time, do what I do. Just take the train to North Station. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you ride with $10 weekends. So next game, don't be late battling traffic and parking. Ugh. Get tickets with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to tonight's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Sabres coming up. Quick look around the NHL before we get to games. Another potential free agent came off the board for this coming summer. Martin Necas gets an 8-year contract with the Avalanche worth $11.5 million a year. On the schedule tonight, Flames will visit the Senators starting at 7 o'clock tonight. The Stars are at the Lightning. Both teams on 3-game winning streaks, and it's Tyler Seguin's 1,000th career game.
Yeah, I don't know what word to put on it. I don't know if importance is it. Maybe it's just, I guess it's kind of cool now. Just really from things that have happened over the last handful of years. Nothing I ever thought about, until things started happening. And yeah, it's cool to be there.
Yeah, congratulations to Tyler Seguin, 1,000 games, pretty good milestone for him. Thomas Harley, defenseman for the Dallas Stars, a couple days ago, signed a nice big contract for himself, extension.
Predators at the Flyers, a 7 o'clock face-off. At 7:30, Carolina will host the Islanders. Rod Brind'Amour's Hurricanes have blown back-to-back leads.
We got to find a way. At the end of the day, however it's got to look, we got to find a way to get it done. And we haven't in the last little while. We had opportunities. We're right there. However the game might look, we got to find a way to put it away and not go the other way, which is what's happened.
Bruins will see the Hurricanes on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock.
And the Blues will host Vancouver tonight. Jim Montgomery's Blues have allowed 24 goals in their last 4 games, all of them losses, struggling defensively. We'll hear from Marco Sturm when we come back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Witches Wood is back. New England's premier haunted hayride and Halloween screen park, featuring 6 fiendishly fun haunted attractions. For more information, visit witcheswoods.com.
At Service Credit Union, trust isn't just a value, it's their promise. A promise to stand with those who serve our communities every day. I'm Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. With competitive rates, easy online banking, and personal service, Service Credit Union puts people before profits. Service Credit Union. Success built on trust, banking built on service. Become a member today at servicecu.org/73reasons and join thousands making a difference.
Hey, it's Beetle from my Ram dealer, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll always find the best selection and the lowest prices. And right now, during their Drive Into Fall event, you can save up to $14,000 on all new Ram Light Duty, Heavy Duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Remember, every new Ram truck purchase from 495 comes with 2 years no charge maintenance. So go see my friend Tony and his team at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell and save up to $14,000 on your favorite Ram truck. You can always visit them at 495ram.com.
Route 1 Grill House in Saugus is the place to be. With a 70-person function room and relaxed outdoor dining, it's perfect for any occasion. The best part? The food is irresistible. Baby back ribs, steak tips, seafood, pizza, you name it, they got it. Plus, this football season, enjoy 50-cent wings, and they got the Sunday ticket for every game on Sunday. They also have an extensive martini list and a large selection of draft beer. What more could you want? Located just before Sullivan Tire on Route 1 South, this family spot is one of a kind, so don't get it confused with any other restaurant. Make Route 1 Grill House your next dining destination and tell the Floramo brothers that Joe Murray sent you.
The Greater Boston Sports Collectors Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium. Meet over 30 sports legends plus over 300 sports memorabilia dealers. Go to gbscconvention.com.
Hey, this October, eliminate chili drafts for good with Window Nation. Right now, when you buy 2 replacement windows, you'll get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 whole years. But you have to hurry. The sale ends October 31st. Schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Marco, you get set to take on the Sabres here today. How important was it for you to see the response by your team against the Islanders coming off that Ottawa game and a quick turnaround in that one?
Again, I mentioned it last time. I was kind of looking forward to this game. There was no question from me that these guys will respond because that's who they are. The biggest thing for me going down after 2 goals right away, That was hard. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that was hard. But I like that response even better after those two goals against. To kind of stick with it, they stayed positive. They didn't collapse. They played. They finished the period. Okay, let's reset here. That was for me bigger than before the game because I knew they're going to be ready. But being down 2-0, that's a different story too. So that just shows me it's a lot of character in this room, and it was nice to see.
It had I know you're down 2-0 early, but it just had a different feel to it.
Yeah.
You're breaking the puck out of the zone, the skating, the energy was there. Yeah. So that kept the bench up, I assume.
I saw exactly what you just said, and that's why I was really positive during periods, and after game, talking to the media, they thought it was the worst period ever. I felt like, not to you, but some of them would say no. It had a different feel, and we all felt it, but we all stayed positive though. And it doesn't matter the score. And looking in this league, like a two-goal lead these days, it's not much anymore. So that's why we've done it before, and we did it again.
Can you put your finger on? I go a little negative here on the penalties and why they're happening and how you kind of change it for your team.
Yeah, no, we addressed it already. I think that goes back to every individual player. He has to answer that question. You can't put our team always in a tough spot. We can't put our goalies and our PK in a tough spot too many times. So that has to stop. It's a tough league. It's a tough league if you don't check with your legs, right? And if you don't check with your legs, what I'm saying, you have to move your legs, because if not, you just stick. And that's where a lot of penalties come these days, right? It's going to be a lot, but we definitely, and you're right, we definitely have to be better than that.
A little technical, the offensive zone, I'm going to go back to the goal by Asamont. It was a switch out high between Charlie and Z. Yeah. By design, just trying to create more offense, trying to create a little bit more chaos offensively?
I wanted to say by design, yes and no. We worked on having those triangles on top, and we worked on that and talked about it. But they made a nice little switch. That's just playing hockey too, reading off each other, having still that triangle with the exchange, and then go downhill with the guys in that front. So beautiful. They're going to see it next year in training camp, because that's something we try to work on and ended up doing really nice.
Aspro makes his NHL debut. It looks like he'll get back in the lineup here today. What did you see from him? What did you like?
Exactly what we saw preseason. Very, very simple. He can skate. He closes very well with good sticks. And you can notice it right away. It's the way we want to play, the way we want to close is we need those kind of almost players, and he does it very well. And I was very pleased. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get in a regular season in the first game, but he played exactly the same way, and hopefully he can continue that.
So how do you handle Mason? I mean, we've seen him here for a couple of years. Your first year seeing him, he's got a lot of ability. We know what the shortcomings are. Does he take the criticism to heart, the constructive criticism, and want to apply it? And how do you try to bring that out of him?
Yeah, no, we'll see. As of right now, I would say yes, absolutely. He wants to get better, but he needs to show it too, right? It's not just okay, I'm willing to do that, but he also needs to show it, and that's why we kind of let's take him out, let's reset him. I don't know how long he's going to be out. If the guys play well, we're going to go with the same lineup, but at one point, then he has to take ownership and start with that, and we go from there. We show him again a lot of things. We try to teach him. We try to help him, and it might be baby steps, but I feel like now we have to pull him back, right, and kind of start fresh again. Unfortunately.
Power play, a couple goals last game, a couple big goals. Did you see anything different, or was it just better execution?
No, that's been our. I'm really excited actually when we have power play. So we feel it, or I feel it. We feel it on the bench. I think the players now start to feel the same way, and that's you play the game. That's a power play. That's huge, right? If you're waiting for a penalty to come because you can be the difference, sometimes that feeling, that mindset gets lost, and it's hard. So I think right now we have that mindset. We have the players for it, and I think Spotter does an excellent job. Just stay calm. We're not gonna, they're like, no. It's not like you have to, but you can be the difference every night, and that's, I think, slowly they get it.
You got the Sabres tonight. I would assume that you're expecting a different team than the Sabres team that came in earlier in the season. What have they improved on?
I think they stabilized their 5-5 game a little bit more, I would say. Last time they were being crushed by every team pretty much in their own zone. They're having better details. I think Benson up front helps them too. Now he's back. So they always had skill, they always had speed. So yeah, it's definitely a different group, like from the early days this season. So again, it's got to be up to us again how we gonna bounce back. Last time we had a great game, we didn't bounce back really the right way. So I think we wanna be more consistent. Also structure our game, every game, how we approach games and stuff like that. So it's going to be another good test for us.
Appreciate it, Marco. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Marco Sturm, Bruins Sabres. Next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. The media group station.
It took a period for the Bruins to find their footing against the Islanders on Tuesday, but once they did, they never looked back. Pasternak gives it back to Peak, over to Lindholm. Top of the circle, far side, Pasternak scores! Gives back to Zadorov. He's got McAvoy left, circle moving in, score! It deflected off either Asamon or Pajot right in front of the net, and the Bruins have a 3-2 lead. It'll be Asamon. Now the Bruins look to break out of their up-and-down performances as they close out the month of October against Buffalo. It's the Bruins and the Sabres coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Cross to Esposito, shot, go!
Bam! Neely, wow!
Nathan Horton
wins Game 7 in overtime. Geeky scores! And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back door, put in. His 100th point backhand score on a penalty track for Raymond Gort.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Bruins and Buffalo Sabres coming up from TD Garden. Second meeting in the year between these two teams. How do the Bruins keep it rolling from Tuesday night?
That's the whole thing. Keep it rolling, right? They had a good game against Colorado. They had a good game against the Islanders. And then right in between that was a stinker against the Ottawa Senators. So they've got to have they got to be able to build on something now and have a little consistency, and that's what they're striving for.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening faceoff is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
He roofs it, top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston Pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Before every kickoff or first flash of the stage lights, there's The Build. At Gillette Stadium, unforgettable moments from Patriots football to world-class concerts begin with what's designed and made behind the scenes. And it starts with Autodesk. As the official design and make platform of Gillette Stadium and the New England Patriots, Autodesk helps the craft group reimagine how New England designs and builds for the future. Because when it's built right, anything is possible. Autodesk. Make anything. Proud partner of the New England Patriots.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Back here at TD Garden as the Bruins get ready to take on the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres with points in 6 of their last 7 coming in here, and Bruins with wins in 2 of their last 3. Before we drop the puck, let's go down to ice level and get the national anthem from Todd Angeli.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, deep proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem. We're getting set for the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Sabres. Take a look at the starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Buffalo is Alex Lyon. On defense, the pairing of Matthias Samuelsson and Rasmus Dahlin. And up front, Josh Dunn, Peyton Krebs, and Beck Malenstein. For the Bruins, they'll start Jonas Korpisalo again here in goal. Nikita Zadorov, Charlie McAvoy, your defenseman. And up front, Marat Husnudinov, Elias Lindholm, and David Pastrnak.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Our New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Dave Cable of Lynn, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Dave wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. You can enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins will be going from left to right here in the first period. In black from head to toe. Sabres in white helmets and sweaters with blue numbers trimmed in gold and blue pants. Opening face-off, controlled by Buffalo. And it'll be Samuelsson to wrap it around deep in the Bruins zone. Round to the far boards. Elias Lindholm goes down into the far corner to try to get it. Husnudinov digging in there as well. And now Zadorov will play it up the far side, but kicked in along the far boards by Dahlin. At the circle, McAvoy played into the middle, and out they come. Pastrnak, nearly sprung Husnudinov in across the Buffalo blue line. Puck gets deep, and a battle for it behind the Sabres net. Poked out in front by Pastrnak, but no one there. The Sabres head the other way with Peyton Krebs coming through the neutral ice. He'll dump it in and head off on an early change. Puck comes around toward McAvoy, the near circle, pivots away from Zach Benson, sends it back around to the far side, but Kulik will get there first. Zadorov took the puck away from him, but then gave it right back to Benson. Came through the slot. Arvidsson there for the Bruins to clean it up. And he'll carry it out into neutral ice, but his pass gets knocked down by Kulich. Byram has it deflect on into the Bruins zone. Hampus Lindholm tried to play it toward the near side. That was deflected. Here's Byram, top of the circle, and a shot that deflected wide of the far post. Byram's got it back again. Long shot. Korpisalo cradles that against his body and hangs on. Minute 22 gone.
Yeah, no harm done, but minute 22, we've seen 3 turnovers inside the D zone trying to move that puck up the ice. The Bruins having some problems decision-making, what to do with that puck. And the D-men, right? It's guys that hit that puck. You get it moving north quickly. Sometimes you can't because there's a line change or guys aren't in position, but get your feet moving, make the right plays, the smart plays coming out of your zone.
Razor Minton will take the face-off against Ryan McLeod. Near circle down to our left. Now Minton gets kicked out of the circle. He'll be replaced by Geekie. Morgan Geekie, 6 goals in his last 5 games. As a shot from a wide angle by Power. Ricocheted out in front. Korpisalo had to stop one along the far post as well.
Clean face-off win that time for that chance.
Off the far boards, it'll be cleared out. Janot finds Minton coming through neutral ice, cutting in across the line, tried to feather one toward Geekie in the slot. Knocked out toward the blue line. Aspero holds in there. Janot played back down toward the corner. Geekie giving chase in behind the net. Backhands off the outside of the cage. Minton plays it back for Aspero with the left point. All the way around to the near side it comes, and Tuck will take it from the near circle for Buffalo.
Yeah. Might have been better that they didn't score there. It would have been offsides. Sure looked it from where we're sitting.
Josh Doan inside the Bruins zone to Samuelson near sideboards. His shot attempt blocked by Minton in the near circle. Now on the wall. Jokiharju pokes it toward the blue line, but not out. Thrown back to the net by Zucker, and it'll be covered up by Korpisalo.
Yeah, that last shift, you know, you're trying to get something going there offensively. We talked about Fraser Minton, how he's been better here. Morgan Geekie's had the hot stick there. You know, his goal scoring. Tanner Janot gives him a physical presence and some good forechecking. Minton was carrying that puck across the blue line, but it looked like he kind of went laterally just before he got into the zone, and that would have put it offside. So we'll never know, but get over the blue line before you go laterally. Try to buy yourself some time, especially when the D aren't standing up, and Buffalo's D were backing way off.
Geekie's goal here on Tuesday night was the hardest shot of any goal scored in the NHL so far this season, close to 96 miles an hour. He's also registered the 2nd hardest shot in the league this year on one that didn't score. As a backhander here by Zucker from in tight. Korpisalo's had to be busy early on the near side board. Zucker tried to turn it back down toward the corner. Sent in behind the net. Jordan Greenway playing in his first game this year, coming off injury as that puck comes careening out of the Sabres zone. Kastelik providing some forechecking pressure. Byram skates it between the circles out to his own blue line. From the red line, he'll dump it in just wide of Korpisalo. Ricochets right to Zadorov. Husnudinov takes a bump along the far boards. Kastelik helps it out of the zone. Husnudinov now carrying ahead to the attacking blue line. Right side for McAvoy, and his shot attempt gets blocked up and out of play.
A little quiet in here today so far to start this game. You know, it's a different Sabres team than Bruins played. What, 3 games into the season, whatever number it was. Buffalo started really slow, but as you pointed out in the pregame show, the points in the last 6 out of the last 7. They got Lindy Ruff kind of went after him a little bit. The media, they went after themselves, players, you know, trying to take accountability. Sick and tired of losing.
Husnudinov won a face-off that goes across the ice, does squirt out of the zone. Zadorov feeds it to Pasternak near the red line, but he can't get it through Kulich. Zadorov gets it back to Pasternak, and now Elias Lindholm. Husnudinov sends it along the left wing circle. Battle between Lindholm and Kulich trying to get to that puck. Sabres come away with it. Up the right side comes Benson. In across the Boston line. All kinds of numbers. Took the shot and missed the net.
Now you got a breakaway.
And it comes all the way back down a little too far.
Too hard, yeah. Yeah, Zadorov got caught in between. Do I pinch? Do I not pinch? And then the puck got chipped by him, and all of a sudden it's basically a 3-on-1 there.
Middlestat Pass knocked away from Zaka at center ice. He'll get it back.
You can see that your Sabres, right? 3-on-1 numbers. Benson coming down his off wing, and that shot goes wide, and now you got everybody caught. There's 4 guys up the ice.
Right. Tuck played it out of the corner off a bad hop, came out in front. A scramble. Bruins force it off into the far corner. Arvidsson will send it near side for Jokiharju. Middlestat to Aspero. Right side pass for Zaka in the neutral zone. Back to Middlestat coming across the line. Moves it toward the far boards. Got it to Zaka. Tried to pass it for Arvidsson in the slot. Taken away.
Yeah, it was a little too far in front of him as well. Great idea.
Sabres looking to break out of their zone. 4.5 minutes gone by here in the first period. Puck gets into the skates of Jack Quinn. Kicks around behind the Bruins net to the near corner. Here is Hampus Lindholm. New father as of this morning. His fiancee Amanda gave birth. Missed morning skate, but ready to go for the opening face-off tonight. Dahlin directs one in. Dorov in the far corner. Knocks down Quinn. Bruins break out. McAvoy's going to carry it toward neutral ice, and now backhands it deep. Ryan comes out of the net, plays it around toward the near side. Took another funny hop off the glass.
Yeah, Geeky was there to seal the boards off, but the puck went off the glass and into the middle.
Volleyed back into neutral ice by McAvoy. Geeky gathers it in across the line. They try to set up for Minton coming down the middle and couldn't get that one. McAvoy from the point with a drive that goes wide on the stick side.
Buffalo's done a nice job of coming back here. You know, a couple times it looks like the Bruins are going to get some time and space through the neutral zone and some speed there, and the Sabres have come back nicely, taking it away.
Dahlin sends a pass up the far side off of Mallenstein's stick and jumps out of play. 14-17 to go here in a so far scoreless first period.
Now, Bruins trying to get going up the ice. They attack the blue line. Looks like they have some decent numbers, but they said Buffalo coming back hard. And at some point, you get sick of losing, right? I mean, it's not the same guys year after year after year, but it's some of the same guys over the last several years. 14 years is a long time to have a playoff drought.
Sabres getting set up in the offensive zone. Here's Byram. They'll send it back over to the far side. Kesselring throws one toward the net. That hit a leg and kicked on near side. Kastelik will push it out of the zone here for Boston. Asamont gets it back to Kastelik, who has his stick slashed out of his hands, and we're going to see our first penalty of the night. It'll be a Bruins power play coming up. Looks like Josh Dunn headed to the box. With 13:51 to go here in the first period, no score on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Boston Bruins. December 7th, 3 p.m. at TD Garden. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The three-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You'll get more than you expect with McValue at McDonald's. So when you've spent too much on a night out, get deals on the after party. When you've got date night, get deals on favorites that'll make you their favorite. And when you've got family for the weekend, we've got breakfast.
It only takes $5 to fire up the flavor with the hot and spicy McChicken in the $5 meal deal. Or $6 to savor a McDouble in the $6 meal deal. Price and participation may vary. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Skiers and snowboarders, don't miss the Country Ski and Sport Expo, Veterans Day weekend, November 8th through the 11th in Hanover. The biggest ski and snowboard clearance in New England. Plus, live music, food trucks, a beer garden, and ski resorts on site. Free admission, free parking. Details at countryski.com.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
13:51 to go here in the first period. Bruins about to go on the power play. First 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate Truck Month and hurry in to secure your deal today. Built Ford tough.
Yeah, pretty tough call on Dunn. I mean, they call it a slash because he actually knocks the stick out of Kastelik's hands, but not nearly forceful enough to break it or anything like that. And it was a tap. So, we've been back and forth on that penalty for a long, long time. I think if you break the stick, it's got to be called a penalty. But sometimes, and if the motion is there, a slashing motion, you knock a guy's stick out of his hands. Okay, I can see that as a slash, but not every time the stick gets knocked out of your hands.
Right.
But take advantage of it.
Bruins called for a quick offside as they didn't quite hold the puck in off the face-off wins. Here's Elias Lindholm reloading in the neutral zone. Geekie just across the line. Gives to McAvoy. Trying to set up Pasternak for a one-timer. Tuck got a stick on it at the last second.
I think he thought Tuck was going to get a stick on it. Try to readjust there.
Geekie along the near circle. Into the corner for Zacha. Back up top for Geekie. Over to McAvoy for a one-timer and tipped toward the net by Elias Lindholm, but went up and over.
Looking for that tip, right? It's a low shot pass right along the ice, looking for that high tip.
Elias Lindholm scored 4 of their power play goals so far this season. All 4 of his goals have come in the man advantages. Geekie tried to set one up there.
That looked like what we saw a couple of weeks ago from Morgan Geekie before he went on the hot streak where the puck would explode once it hit his blade. He was wide open coming down the slot that time and had the puck jump off his stick.
Halfway through this power play opportunity, they come through neutral ice. Zacha handing off to Elias Lindholm. Now Pasternak trying to play it back toward a cutting Lindholm in the far circle. Able to knock it away from Kesselring. Out in front, Geekie, and puck bounced off his backhand that time. Kesselring plays it across ice and hit Owen Power in the back. He had to turn and fire it toward the near side. Geekie gets a piece of that and keeps it in the zone. Hampus Lindholm gives back to Geekie. Back to that far side for Pasternak.
That time Greenway got a piece of that one.
Puck comes around toward the near corner. Geekie trying to center it. Broke his stick.
That might be better to get rid of that one anyhow.
Pasternak's got it along the far side with 20 seconds to go with the man advantage. And then as he tried to stick handle through a couple of Sabres, lost it out to center ice.
Well, they had a couple good looks that just never materialized.
Hampus Lindholm passing for Arvidsson coming out of his own zone. Gives to Middlestat. Right side now, Joki Harju gets it into the Sabres end on the near circle. Arvidsson trying to get it back toward Hampus, but taken away. Sabres are back at full strength, and the puck gets deep into Boston territory. Hampus Lindholm behind the net. Couldn't get it moving. A chance right out in front for Zucker, and Korpisalo comes up with a big one there.
Well, that's Benson. He adds another element to them offensively. Benson's a pretty good player. 7 assists so far in the season. But he helps win a battle down low and gets this puck out. Him and Dunn win a battle down low, and Zucker is wide open at the top of the blue paint. A nice save by Korpisalo. Basically, 2 guys get in there on Hampus Lindholm. A grade A opportunity. Bruins getting outshot 6-zip, including their power play.
Jason Zucker had the Sabres' only goal in the meeting earlier this month between these teams. Bruins won that game 3-1. Mark Kastelik going to take the face-off in the defensive zone here, and now he gets kicked out of the circle, so Corrali will replace him. They each had goals in that game as well. Kastelik with a 2-pointer. As Thompson with a shot that ricochets through some traffic on goal, and Korpisalo drops the glove on top of it.
Yeah, it was a little slow on the coverage there. Thompson was able to roll out to the high slot on his forehand to get that shot away. They did get a piece of it and slowed it up, but there's some bodies in front, including Zucker battling with Peak. It starts with the face-off win.
We'll face it off in that same circle near side to our left. 11:31 to play here in the first period. And Kastelik not happy with the linesman.
That's 2 in a row he's got kicked out of.
Yeah. So Corrali gets in there again. Kulik wins it cleanly. Thompson moving through the high slot to the far side. Took the shot. And Korpisalo tipped it off the end boards. Kastelik a big hit on that far side against Tage Thompson. Both guys down on the ice. Cleared back into the Buffalo zone. Dahlin steps out from behind his own net here for the Sabres. Pass up the near side. Thompson directs it deep. Korpisalo waits for it to get the trapezoid. Send it around toward the far corner. Picked off there by Dunn. Poked up the wall. It'll be held in at the line. Dahlin center of the blue line with a shot moving to his left. Save made by Korpisalo. Bruins have the rebound. Corrali trying to get moving and gets it out of the zone. Kastelik poked it into the air. Batted out of there by Dunn and back into Boston territory. Jokiharju from his own blue line to Geekie. And a dump in. Lyon comes out of the net. Hands it off back there. Byram gets the pass on the near circle. Throws one through neutral ice. It was tipped, so no icing. Korpisalo forced to play behind the net. Around the near side for Jeannot. Outlet pass to Geekie moving up the left side. Trying to get around Kesselring. Goes to the front of the net. And Lyon stones him point blank.
Good power move there by Geekie. First shot on goal for the Bruins here in this game, and it's a good chance for Morgan Geekie. That puck gets moved up from right wing over to left wing. Catches him in full stride on his backhand, trying to cut to the middle, and Kesselring gets Kesselring off balance. Good power move with that right shoulder, right arm. Just kind of pushes Kesselring aside and attacks the net. Tried to go to his forehand, and Lyon, first save of the night for him, makes a good one.
Kesselring didn't play in the first matchup between these two teams. Yeah, they've had a number of them. Yeah. He just made his season debut on Tuesday. Had been out with an injury suffered in training camp. Came over this summer in the trade with Utah for J.J. Peterka, as did Josh Doan. Puck shot wide here by Peak off the back of the net, taken around to the far side for McLeod. Up through neutral ice they come. Tuck trying to whip one across. Here's McLeod in the slot. Pasternak able to get a stick in there, as did Peak. Bruins clear it. And we have a whistle. Puck was touched with a high stick. And with 9:59 to go here in the first period, this game remains scoreless. Are we taking the timeout here or no? Doesn't look like
Korpisalo thinks so. He's over by the bench. We're supposed to take it.
Officials checking with the...
It's under 10 minutes to go.
Yep, and there's the light.
Oh,
so
okay.
We will take our break. Just past the midway point of the first period. No score. Bruins and Sabres on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out, especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Fans come cheer on the Bruins here at TD Garden on Saturday afternoon. It's a 1 o'clock matinee against the Carolina Hurricanes. To wrap up this 3-game homestand, visit bostonbruins.com/tickets and secure a front row seat for some hard-hitting action. 9:59 to go, first period. No score. Bruins and Sabres. Shots on goal right now are 9-1 in favor of Buffalo. 13-5 on the attempts in favor of the Sabres. As the puck comes into the Boston zone, the right to Charlie McAvoy. Here he goes rink wide for Arvidsson and dumps it in. Around the far side, Zacha to it first. Back around toward the near corner, Arvidsson sends it behind the net. Picked off there by Timmins. Able to send it around toward the far circle, and Thompson chops it out toward center ice. Sent back in on a delayed offside by McAvoy. Here's Thompson through the neutral zone. Can't backhand it into the Boston end. Has to turn back with it. It's all the way back inside his own blue line and gives for Samuelson. Bruins getting some changes on. Thompson from the red line dumps it around the far boards. Dahlin got it back behind the net. Thompson there and tucks it toward the near post, but Korpisalo able to hold his ground and cover up.
Now, Thompson, last time in here, he had 8 shots on goal, but everything was from the outside for him in that game. He had one-timer that in the third period we had an opportunity on, but he's a guy that can hurt you in a hurry. If you let him, give him that space needed, I mean, that's a quick move off the back wall, try to stuff that puck in, try to catch Korpisalo cheating. The Bruins have lost some battles down low here to start this game. Had some tough decisions in the neutral zone. They've been off so far, and it has not hurt them yet.
Tage Thompson had hat tricks in 2 of the games against the Bruins last season among his 44 goals.
Him and Peterka had one in the same game?
Yes. A very forgettable game in Buffalo.
Oh.
Puck angles here into the Sabres zone. Dahlin just a half step ahead of Husnadina. As it's for Zucker in the neutral ice. His attempted pass hit Elias Lindholm. Jokiharju, Aspero, rink wide for Lindholm, jumped off his stick. Zucker's got it back. Pass towards center ice, picked off by Husnadina. Kicked it on for Pasternak along the near side as they try to get set up in the offensive zone. Husnadina hits the deck. Dahlin's going to go off for a trip here, and the Bruins will go back to the power play.
Dahlin doesn't like it, but he kicked out the feet of Husnadina, trying to get body position on him.
Buffalo 26, minor penalty tripping.
So 8:36 to go here in the first, and Boston will get its second power play chance.
Not when you got a call.
There's not much to argue on.
He's drawn the ire of a few players around the league. Dahlin has this season, including one Brad Marchand.
His helmet had to get repairs after that one.
I saw it happen the next game against the Canadiens. Yeah. A couple guys were going after him.
So the Bruins get started on their second power play chance. Middlestat in the left wing corner will turn with it and winds it around behind the Buffalo net. It'll come toward the near side. Hampus Lindholm played it back down toward the corner. It'll come back his way from Asima. Lindholm with a shot. High shot. Juggled by Lyon and almost got knocked into the net.
Did Middlestat pick that out of the air? Or did he almost knock it into his own net?
I think it might have just gone off Lyon and hit the far post. Hampus Lindholm knocked off his stick by Mallenstein in the defensive zone, but now Arvidsson brings through center ice, cutting toward the left side. Asimont tried to play it down the wall. It was deflected out of the air, and Sabres use the opportunity to clear it back down to Korpisalo.
5 new white black sweat jerseys coming out.
And it's 7 to go in the man advantage. Korpisalo hands off to McAvoy. Charlie brings out toward his own blue line. Turns, gives back for Elias Lindholm. Now Zacha and Lindholm going side to side into the attack zone. McAvoy over to Pasternak for a one-timer block. Here's McAvoy with a long shot. That one deflected, never made it to the crease. Now a scramble for it in front of Lyon, who's trying to cover up. It's still loose. And Pasternak pulls it out of the pile, got it across. Lindholm steps in front, can't get it to his backhand as Lyon was down on the seat of his pants, and the puck gets covered up.
Greenway getting a couple shots in. He had Elias Lindholm's head down, had his forearm on the back of that head, wouldn't let him up. But yeah, it kind of handcuffed him a little bit for Lindholm. He was in tight, and he tried to bring that puck around the left pad and tuck it in short side. And puck just wouldn't cooperate for him, and Lyon stayed with him. And yes, you're right. That puck just went off the line earlier. That shot that came through, and he kind of bobbled it, went off the far post and out.
It hit him in the shoulder, and then he reached up with a glove to try and snatch it out of the air and inadvertently batted it back toward the goal line. Puck is cleared all the way down here off the face-off by the Sabres. 30 seconds to go on the Dahlin penalty. McAvoy to Zacha coming out of the zone. It's Elias Lindholm back to Zacha. Pasternak whips it across. Geekie scores! Morgan Geekie continues his red-hot pace, gives the Bruins a 1-0 lead.
He just needed a new stick. Right? Stick broke on his last shift, and this one, he handles that pass perfectly. That's good entry. Zacha with a good second effort to push this puck over to Pastrnak on the entry into the zone as he was being checked, and then Pastrnak from the left wing circle into the right wing circle, cross ice. And Geeky's going to step into this one, receives this pass perfectly, doesn't dust it off, gets it. Well, one dust, one quick stick handle, find out exactly where he wanted to shoot that puck, and he just rips this puck. It goes, it looked like in between the body and the blocker side on Lyon.
So Morgan Geeky with his 9th goal of the season.
A six-game goal streak right now. 7 in that span.
7 goals in 6 games. He is now tied for the league lead with 9 goals with 4 other players. As Thompson turns with it back in his own zone here for Buffalo with 6.5 to go in this first period. Puck gets lobbed into the offensive zone by Benson. Around the near side it'll come, and Kastelik waiting for it. Trying to backhand it toward Asimon, a little too far in front of him. Byram skates back onto it, the Buffalo zone. Coming into some trouble against Asimon and Corrali over there, but feeds Thompson. He'll get it out of the zone, and Power along the near side board just pokes it up into the Boston end, and he'll head off as part of a Sabres change. Hampus Lindholm carries it across the Buffalo line, angles it around behind the net. Jeannot sent it back toward that far corner, but picked off. Hampus out near the center of the blue line, gloves one down and keeps it alive. Jeannot, near side circle right along the hash marks. It'll be pushed out toward the blue line, but Peak keeps in. Hampus Lindholm back to Peak again. Right circle to Minton, back to Peak. And it's shot into the slot, redirected by Geeky. Just wide. Krebs bringing the Sabres back with a shot kicked out by Korpisalo. Jeannot will play the rebound to the far boards for Minton. Back to Jeannot coming through center ice. And across the line he comes. Left circle. Colleen blocked his attempt. That'll go up and out of play. And we'll take a break with 5:13 to go here in the first period. Bruins are on the board. 1-0. They lead the Sabres on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support first responders. This season, our 73 Reasons campaign is giving back over $250,000 to protect those who protect us. Join thousands making a difference today at servicecu.org.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space...
PM EST, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative, will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins out to a 1-0 lead. 5:13 to go here in the first period. Morgan Geeky, the power play goal at 13:07, assisted by Pastrnak and Zacha. And with those feeds, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
A long conversation during that commercial timeout. Jeannot and Zadorov both having a conversation with Greenway, presumably with that scuffle in front of the net during the power play after the whistle.
Look, pushed up ice here by Kesselring for Buffalo. Aspero tried to backhand it around the near wall. It was taken off the boards by Doan. Top of the far circle. And McLeod has his centering pass picked off. Pasternak's up the left wing side, 2-on-1. Pastrnak left circle. Shot, scores! David Pastrnak from the left circle beats Lyon, and it's 2-0 Bruins.
Now McLeod turns this puck over. He's in pretty good shape as the Bruins try to sort it out in their D zone. Pastrnak creates the turnover. The puck hits the shaft of his stick. Now he's off to the races. Going down the left wing side on a 2-on-1. He's got Elias Lindholm on the right side. So Pastrnak on his off wing. Looking. Byram the only defenseman back. He's going to snap this puck. Looked like 5-hole on Lyon. Nice finish. Calm finish by David Pastrnak. Thinking pass. Sabres are back checking on the play, but I like the chances when Pasternak's letting that one go.
7th of the season for Pastrnak, goal number 398 of his career. Bruins up by a pair, despite just 3 shots on goal in the first 15 minutes and change.
Yeah, they took it away during the last commercial time. Who knows?
Here's Casey Middlestat bringing out through the red line. Chips it down the left wing wall. Will chase it in himself here against Timmins along the end boards. Puck came free to Zacha. Got it back to Zadorov. Over toward the near side. Handcuffed McAvoy, but they keep it alive now with Arvidsson out near the point. Zacha gives back to Arvidsson there. Backhands it down toward the corner looking for Middlestat. Jumped up in the air. Arvidsson swatted at it. It'll come out of the zone and dumped right back in by McAvoy. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first. Brought across the line here by Quinn. Greenway forced behind the net by Peak. Hampus Lindholm takes a hit from Greenway in that far corner. Peak has it frozen up against the dasher. Jeannot, Hampus Lindholm both gathered around there as the puck will come back behind the net. Hampus Lindholm racing to it in the near corner. Able to push it along for Geekie. And on one attempt to clear, second one got knocked out of the air, but he's got it back. And Geekie with some space gives it to Hampus Lindholm up the near side. Pete tried to redirect it, couldn't get it through Samuelson. It'll come back into the Bruins zone, but it will be an icing against the Sabres.
A little sloppy, but no. I think the Bruins will be the first to tell you it hasn't been their best period, but they find themselves up 2-0. They take advantage of his power play. David Potts makes a really good individual play defensively, and then off the other way on the 2-on-1. Sabres have, a 3-on-1 and missed the net.
Right, didn't get a shot on goal. Elias Lindholm face off in the offensive zone, wins it. Pastrnak back to Jokiharju on the near circle.
In the slot.
Here's Husnudinov stepping in front for Pastrnak. A shot kicked away by Lyon. Rebound clear to the blue line, but Aspero holds it there to the back of the net. Pastrnak puck on his backhand as he comes toward the near circle. Turns, fires, blocked off of Dahlin. Elias Lindholm going to the back of the net, shoved to the wall by Krebs. Dahlin will bring it toward the near circle, but Husnudinov able to help force a turnover. Here's Pastrnak out of the corner, tried to drag it in front, got the backhander as he was knocked down, and Lyon made a good stop. Aspero over to Jokiharju at the right point. Back deep it goes behind the net to Pastrnak in the far corner. A little reverse hit there on Samuelson, trying to center it. Sent back into that corner as they continue to dig for it. Elias Lindholm gets position in there on Samuelson. Husnudinov reaching in with a stick, trying to dig it free. 2:12 to play here in the period. Krebs able to push it back behind the Buffalo net. And it'll be played up and out of the zone. Coming through neutral ice, Aspero knocked down Mallenstein, who took a tumble. We got a penalty coming up here somewhere. With 1:58 to go in the period, Buffalo's going to get their first power play chance.
I'm not sure who the penalty's on. I didn't think Aspero did anything there. I thought he came across nicely. Unless it was up the ice.
Yeah, I think the official already had his arm up before that play with Aspero.
Aspero made a good play there defensively.
They're going to get Husnudinov.
That was a good shift by that line. And it led to 2 good opportunities there for David Pastrnak that Lyon made saves on.
So the Sabres power play gets its first chance with 1:58 to go in the period.
They said he hooked Krebs down in the corner. Interesting, the referee that was right there didn't call it.
I feel like we say that a lot.
And I get it if he's screened and he can't receive it. He was right there.
Centering pass for Thompson, broken up. Corrali will clear it up the middle. Dahlin from his own blue line will hand it off in the neutral ice. Thompson going to carry it to the Boston line. McLeod's pass across, bounces off of Kastelik and comes down in the near corner. Corrali in front of the net to Zadorov. Plenty of space, and he'll angle one all the way down toward Lyon. Minute 25 left on the power play for Buffalo. There's a 2-second differential between the power play clock and the game clock here. As Benson will float one down into the right wing corner. Hampus Lindholm goes in there against him. Minton as well. Minton gets the puck out and sends it all the way down again. We hit the final minute of this first period with the Bruins on top 2-0. Brought through neutral ice here by Kulik. Just across the line. Gave to Quinn along the near boards. Kulik back to Quinn. Jeannot takes one away and sends it all the way down again. Buffalo power play 13th in the league so far this year. As they work their way forward, here's Byram coming down the left wing circle. Off the near boards, back to Quinn. Quinn walking toward the center of the blue line. Gave it up and got it right back. Goes to Kulik along the right circle. Kulik takes a look around, then just decides to shoot. Save made by Korpisalo. Rebound pushed off into the corner. And it'll be cleared by Zadorov to center ice. Final 10 seconds left here in the period. McAvoy able to knock it off the stick of Quinn. Behind the net, Zadorov hammers it off the far boards and out. And that will do it for period number 1. So Buffalo with a decided advantage in shots, but the Bruins a decided advantage in goals. It's 2-0 Boston after 20 minutes here at TD Garden. And we'll be back with our first intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Hey, I'm Doug Shaw, Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. When your home or business experiences property damage from water, fire, mold, or storms, you need to get back to normal in no time. That's why Blue Sky Restoration should always be your first call, because we take care of everything from beginning to end. And with locations across New England, we will complete your project faster than anyone. So the next time you're hit with a property disaster, don't panic. Just visit goblusky.com, and our team will be ready. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring securing your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Buffalo Sabres after one period of play here at TD Garden. And tonight, the Bruins wrapping up a very busy October schedule. This is the 13th game this month for the Bruins since the start of the season. No team has played as many games as Boston has. And as we finish off the month, we're going to take a look back at the start of the season for the Bruins. An up-and-down start, but there's been plenty to be positive about. David Pastrnak chasing 400 goals. Red-hot Morgan Geekie picking up right where he left off last season. So here's a look back at the month of October for the Black and Gold. Bruins in white helmets and sweaters, black pants will go from left to right here in the first period. Capitals will win the opening faceoff. Pasternak's got it back along his near side circle. At the hash marks, gets it back up top for Zadorov. Now Pastrnak out near the blue line, took a shot and scored! That one found its way through some traffic and into the back of the net, and the Bruins grab the 1-0 lead here in the second period. Here's a pass up the left side. Pasternak's got some lane down the left wing circle in front. Score! Elias Lindholm with a backhander beats Thompson. A power play goal, and the Bruins are up 2-1. Here's Roy along the blue line. Faravari in front, tipped on goal, and a great stop by Swayman on Dowd. Stalemate on this one. Now Strome pulls it free. Pastrnak got it, though. Gets it to Geekie. Geekie skates it ahead, shoots and scores from the Washington blue line into the empty net with 57.1 to go, and the Bruins have a 2-goal lead. Arvidsson, nifty move to get some open space. A centering pass for Middlestat. In front, score! The initial pass was slowed down, but Middlestat stayed with it and gives the Bruins a 1-0 lead. Donato and Minton come over. Minton will wind up with a puck. 2-on-1 the other way. Minton coming down the right wing side. Takes the shot and scores! Fraser Minton with the overtime game winner. And the Bruins go to 2-0 with a 4-3 victory. H. Thompson got it to the blue line, but not out. And it's thrown to the net and in. Off a deflection in front. And the Bruins make it 2-0 as Kastelik has it redirect past Lyon. Knocked away by McAvoy. Puck will be cleared by Kastelik. 5 to go. Lindholm in front. Corrali slam dunks it home with 2.2 to go. The Bruins with an empty netter make it 3-1.
I go game by game pretty much because I didn't know what really to expect either. I'll be honest. We had a decent preseason, but I knew we still have work to do. And but these guys, again, these guys came out really on fire in Wash, and that kind of carried over right away.
Zacha just missed Middlestat. Middlestat keeps it alive, though. Lori left circle. Shot got partially blocked. Arvidsson tried to tuck it in, and they score! Arvidsson along that far side had a couple of cracks at it. Finally gets it to go, and the Bruins are tied at 1, and Arvidsson's got his first in a Bruins uniform. Directed that into the near corner. Peak took a heavy hit. Bruins get it out, though, and have some numbers coming up ice with Jeannot. Jeannot in front, score! Eyssimont! And just like that, the Bruins are in front 2-1. Pastrnak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood, stuffed it in on the near post, and it's 3-1 Bruins.
We still have work to do. Nothing will change. I'm glad the bleeding is a little bit over today, but I learned that we need everyone, right? We can't rely on just the big boys or the bottom part. No, we need the whole group.
McAvoy to Pastrnak, top of the right circle. Tried to get it in front, blocked off the leg of Pellet. And a shot, they score! Zacha got it to Lindholm in the right circle, and he one times at home. Bruins cut it in half, 2-1. Plays over to McAvoy, far side. Now Corrali gives back to Zadorov. He's got McAvoy left circle moving in. Score! It deflected off either Eyssimont or Pajot right in front of the net, and the Bruins have a 3-2 lead It'll be Asima through the neutral zone. Drouin kept it moving, and now here's Horvat breaking free, and 2 shots turned away by Korpisalo. McAvoy, right point, back to Geekie, one-timer, scores! Another power play goal, and Geekie, with his 8th goal of the season, 6th in the last 5 games, makes it 4-2 at the New York end. And a steal by Asimon at the blue line. He's got Minton moving ahead. Minton into the empty net. Scores to make it 5-2.
I think everyone in the league is still learning with that. You know, I like you said, I see some other teams who get beat really bad. I'm like, okay, thank God we're not the only ones. It's just, you know, with the schedule right now, like, look at us. We played here, came here, and then day off tomorrow, and then play again. So those kind of games will happen. And, yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, I think that the teams who stay healthy, first of all, the teams who can manage those kind of up and downs the best will have, I'm not saying better, will not have a better result, but they will have definitely an advantage.
A look back at the 12, now 13 games that the Bruins have played in the month of October as the month comes to a close. First intermission here at TD Garden, Bruins 2 and the Sabres nothing. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Looking for a spooktacular deal this Halloween? Visit the 99 restaurant this Friday for Kids Eat Free. Or feed the family at home with a delicious family meal to go. You gotta love the 9s.
I know, Nelson. I'm telling them. Winter doesn't knock politely. It kicks the door in. That's why Super Service Today gives your home more than a tune-up. It gets a winter defense plan, a deep camera look inside your furnace's heart, an examination of the drains and filters, and pressure tests that spot trouble before it's too late. It's $199 and also makes you a Total Care member where you get 2 free visits per year, priority scheduling, and peace of mind. Because when winter bares its teeth, we have your back. Book now at superservicetoday.com.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. With $2,500 in annual value, the new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business is the card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
Stock up for your Halloween party with Modelo, brewed for the full-time fans. Grab your Modelo at Cappy's Fine Wine and Spirits. 11 locations across Massachusetts. Find the closest one at Cappys.com. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard right now after one period. Calgary is a 2-1 lead over Ottawa. No score between the Lightning and the Stars. Also no score between the Predators and Flyers and the Hurricanes. The Bruins will see soon. They have a 3-0 lead over the Islanders. A few other games just about to get underway. Blues, Canucks, Wild, and Penguins. In Chicago, they head to Winnipeg. Rangers, they go to Edmonton. And then the nightcap, the Sharks host the Devils. Kings, they will host the Wings. Catch every thrilling moment at TD Garden this season. Individual tickets for the season are now on sale. For intense division matchups and legendary original 6 showdowns, don't miss the action. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure yours today. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit WiganOilChange.com. You can save 50% off on your next drive-through oil change. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Layer on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season, just take the train to North Station. With commuter rail, kids 11 and under always ride free. And if the game's on a weekend, you can ride with $10 weekends. So don't be late battling traffic and parking. Yuck. Buy tickets from a conductor on board or with the M-Ticket app and take the train straight to the game.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Greater Boston. And our more than 100 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
When it comes to protecting homes, shortcuts fail. That's why pros have trusted AZEK Exteriors Trim and Siding, the MVP of exterior protection for 25 years. Built to last and proven in the toughest Northeast weather conditions, AZEK doesn't just look good, it performs under pressure. Cheap overseas-made imitators? They might look similar until they fail, and the builder's reputations and the homeowner's wallet take the hit. Trim matters, so don't cut corners. Do it right. Use AZEK Trim. Made in America. Visit azekexteriors.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans of Foxborough, are you ready to tackle cyber threats? IntraSystems, New England's leader in cybersecurity solutions, presents the ultimate defensive front against malware, phishing, and cyber blitzes with Barracuda's XDR solution. Barracuda's XDR solution is relentless, fast, and always keeping threats in check. Contact IntraSystems today to protect your business with the champions of cybersecurity. Remember, a good defense wins championships and keeps your data safe. Access Security Trust. IntraSystems.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins have a 2-0 lead over Buffalo after one period of play, and we're joined downstairs by Bruins defenseman Jonathan Aspero. I heard you say after the game the other night it was one of the best days of your life. Game number 2, what's the feeling coming in here?
A little less nervous, but still a great day again. Just super happy to play today and be part of that game.
What's kind of your focus coming in here and finally getting the shot at the NHL? How do you approach these games personally?
I think you just got to trust yourself, keep it simple out there, and play as hard as you can.
What challenges do the Buffalo Sabres pose to you guys on the back end?
They're a very good forecheck team. They put pucks deep and they hunt really hard, so you got to be crispy on their breakouts and make some right plays.
Are they a physical team you got to deal with?
Yeah, a little bit. They skate really well on the forecheck, so just got to put them on our back and do some plays.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks to Jonathan Aspero. He and the Bruins have a 2-0 lead as we get ready for the start of the second period. An interview brought to you by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Morgan Geekie, power play goal in that first period. David Pasternak got the second one for Geekie. That's now a 6-game goal-scoring streak, 7 goals in that span. He had a 6-game goal-scoring streak that ended last season, the last 6 games of the year. He is only the 6th Bruins player in history with multiple goal streaks of at least 6 games. Cam Neely and Phil Esposito each did it 3 times. Barry Peterson, Johnny Busick, and Ken Hodge each had 2 6-game streaks during their careers.
Pretty impressive offensive players there he's got company with. But, you know, and last year, Ryan, I don't want to take away what he did. It didn't really mean anything other than a nice new contract for him.
Right.
But this year, you know, you're beginning of the season, you want to get off to a good start. And you had indicated, right, he didn't score his 8th goal of the year until...
It was game number 33 that he played in last year. It was his 8th goal. As Thompson brings it into the Boston zone, their power play is over for Buffalo. They had 2 seconds left on it as the period started. So the Bruins back at full strength. Samuelsson trying to get it in front. That was blocked off into the far corner. Husnudinov is just out of the box. Plays it on for Elias Lindholm, and out to center ice it comes. And we got a penalty coming here against Pastrnak. Trying to force a turnover in the Buffalo zone.
They're calling it tight today, aren't they?
Pastrnak arguing as he heads toward the penalty box. Going to get called for hooking here.
Boston, minor penalty hooking.
He had a good view of it. He's right there. Dahlin trying to protect the puck. Pastrnak, I mean...
Where's the hook?
I don't know. I really don't.
The stick makes contact with the hip, but not a whole lot there.
On it tight. Just be consistent.
So Buffalo just ended their first power play chance. We'll get a second one. Buffalo had 13 shots on goal in that first period to the Bruins 5. Attempts ended up being fairly even, 20-17 in favor of the Sabres, as the Bruins clear one all the way down here. Sabres going from left to right on offense as Power passes up into the neutral zone for Byram. He turns it back to Kulik. Kulik stick handles into the Boston zone. Off to that left side for Quinn. Back toward the point. It jumps over the stick of Power. He has to chase it quickly back to the red line as Kastelik was coming at him. He brought back toward the zone by Quinn. He stood up and knocked down by Hampus Lindholm. And the puck shot up the near boards by Peak all the way down. Corrali behind everyone. Lyon steps out toward the side of the net.
Lyon had to wait for that puck, though, to come into the trapezoid before he could play it.
Byram to the red line. Turns it back here to Tage Thompson. Thompson will bring to the Boston zone. Hand it off out near the blue line. Doan trying to get it in front. Blocked out there by Jeannot, and Minton steered it out towards center ice. Quinn gets back toward the Boston line and dump in by Dahlin. Angles off the near side glass and toward the net. Korpisalo tried to shoot it out up the middle, and it ended up coming right back at him.
He just gave an expression like, oh God, what did he just do? Came in soft on him. He's just trying to clear it himself, and he fanned on it.
Puck will wrap around to the far side, and it's Zucker. Thompson walks it down toward the right circle. Shot blocker save. Dahlin's got it at the left point. 15 to go in the Buffalo power play. Thompson along the near side boards. In front, Zucker tried to wrap it.
He had some space there on the forehand.
Went through the blue paint just wide of the far post. Thompson back to Dahlin, one-timer. And Korpisalo reaches out and gloves that with 2 seconds left on the Pastrnak penalty.
Yeah, it's a little more trouble than he wanted to be in there with Korpisalo. He said he fanned on that attempted clear. Zucker had a good power move, too. He's coming off Mr. Korpisalo's left, and he comes out on his forehand, tries to stop that puck, not short side, but far side, and just missed.
Face-off will be to Korpisalo's left here. There's Tage Thompson, who was able to direct that back toward Korpisalo. That misplay in front. Aspero wraps it around the near side. Byram stepped in front of that puck just before it got to Pastrnak, who was stepping out of the box. Aspero now to Elias Lindholm. Dumps one in toward the net. Blockered off into the near corner by Lyon. Greenway. Backhander comes ricocheting all the way across to the far side. Pastrnak got it back into the attack zone. Husnudinov to Pastrnak. One-timer was deflected. Aspero will wind it back in behind the net. Pasternak coming toward the near side, gets knocked down by Kesselring. Husnudinov in the far corner with the puck. Back to Jokiharju for a one-timer. That missed wide. On the near boards, Aspero couldn't hold. Mallenstein coming up the right wing for the Sabres, and Jokiharju bats it away from him. That's got Pasternak one-on-one.
Far side's got Lindholm.
Trying to get it across to Elias, and that one redirected.
Good back check by Doan.
3:40 gone here in the second period. 2-0 Bruins lead. Hampus Lindholm from the near side throws one through the top of the crease. Lyon made sure it was going into the far corner. Here's Hampus again from the bottom of the near circle. Wide angle shot, save made. Arvidsson looking for Zacha, and Doan going to stick in on that. Doan and Tuck coming forward here for the Sabres, and deep it comes into the Boston zone. Peak and Tuck battling behind the net. Now Hampus Lindholm pulls it away from Doan. Zacha sweeps it out towards center ice. Middlestat will carry it up across the Buffalo line. Backhands it down the wall. Round behind the net. A foot race toward the near corner.
Stat and Arvidsson got their signals crossed over there, coming over the line.
Look back toward the Boston blue line, and McAvoy and Zadorov. Jeannot from the red line. Up across the blue to Minton near circle. Threw one on goal. Lyon made the stick save. Taken out of the far circle. Benson lobs it back through neutral ice. Thompson has it come bouncing to him near the right circle.
That was close to offside.
Now Dahlin with a shot. That finds the back glass. Kicks around the near side. Thompson out near the blue line. Steps around Zadorov. Down the right circle. He comes. Fires across. And Dahlin missed the net trying to one-time that home.
Well, if you're going to chase him out there, you've got to contain him. You can't just have him push off of you and then get that step. So if Zadorov's going to chase him all the way to the line, you've got to do a better job there.
Here's Power walking it along the blue line. Over to Dahlin for a shot. Knocked down in front. And a scramble for it. Bruins get the clear. Geeky rushing up the left side, but running out of gas here. And the Sabres are going to get whistled offside as they try to come back in.
Thompson's making a change, and he's taking his time getting to the bench. He's inside the zone when the whistle goes.
So 14:36 to go here in the second.
I know they've changed their system a little bit, and you know, if you've got a beat on a guy, I don't think it's ideal, but you can go out to the blue line with him, and that's Zadorov out there. But Thompson's a pretty strong guy himself, and he just kind of pushes his way past, and man, he had a great setup. Sabres missed the net on that far side, but if you're going to go all the way out there, there's got to be some containment there.
Samuelson dumps it back into the Boston zone. It'll come behind the net. Jokiharju keeps it moving around toward the far side.
I'm not saying it's easy because he's a tough guy to contain, but hey, you're so far away from the net.
Cleared back into the Buffalo zone. Zucker stopped behind the net, lost it to Corrali.
Trying to feed Asemont.
Instead, Quinn moves forward here for the Sabres. Throws one across through the slot, out of the reach of Krebs. Ricochets off a couple of skates coming out of the zone. Sabres have it back. 6 minutes gone, second period. Bruins by 2. Samuelson standing in his own zone. Some changes being made up ice. Here's Kesselring to dump in. Around the Bruins zone it goes to Jokiharju on the far side. Sent it behind the net. Picked off there by Greenway, but the centering pass comes all the way through and out. The Sabres will collect it back in their own zone. And quickly they get it up to Mallenstein. Back of the Bruins net. Aspero, far side for Pasternak. Hands off to Elias Lindholm. Now Husnudinov on the left wing side. Stops just inside the Buffalo zone. Off the near wall, the pass to Pasternak. Tried to get it to Hampus Lindholm, who was coming down the slot. Deflected away. Husnudinov, Elias Lindholm over to the far side for Pete. Back to Hampus Lindholm, center of the blue line. Faked a shot, steps to his left, gives to Pasternak out near the blue line. Tried to get it back to Hampus, redirected into the corner. Elias Lindholm will poke it in behind the net to Husnudinov, to Pasternak looking for a one-timer, but Greenway got a stick in on it. Hampus from the left point. Over to that far side. Husnudinov, rink wide, looking for Lindholm. Elias, that was on the near circle, but that was knocked out into center ice. Elias Lindholm, he got hit, wasn't expecting it from Greenway, and Elias is shaken up at center ice, and the official's going to blow the play down here. They collided right near the center ice circle. Elias Lindholm on all fours right now, getting looked at by the trainer. Greenway's a big guy, 6'6", 231 pounds.
I hope he just got the wind knocked out of him. I saw them collide. No, he's limping.
We will step aside here with 12:40 to go in the second period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Sabres nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Looking for the ultimate game day destination? Head to the Bossy Sports Lounge in Natick. Catch every play on dozens of TVs while enjoying craft cocktails, brick oven pizza, and a lively atmosphere. Keep the fun and competition going with shuffleboard showdowns, 6 smart dartboards, or tee it up on the full swing golf simulators. And for the biggest games, step into the Invictus Sports Theater. Plush seating, full food and beverage service, and a massive 12x19 video wall with surround sound that puts you right in the middle of the action. Visit bossy.net to book your experience today.
At Service Credit Union, trust isn't just a value, it's their promise. A promise to stand with those who serve our communities every day. I'm Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. With competitive rates, easy online banking, and personal service, Service Credit Union puts people before profits. Service Credit Union. Success built on trust, banking built on service. Become a member today at servicecu.org/73reasons and join thousands making a difference.
This is Boston's home for sports.
12:40 remaining in the second period. Bruins have a 2-0 lead, but Elias Lindholm taken back to the locker room after a collision with Jordan Greenway.
Yeah, puck was there. Look, you didn't see him coming. It wasn't a huge collision, but it was hard enough. You said Greenway's a big guy. It looked like the left knee of Lindholm kind of buckled a little bit. He limped down to the locker room with some help.
Yeah. Face off just outside the Buffalo zone. Bruins control that. Get it back into the attack zone. McLeod going to wrap it toward the far side. Doan waiting for it over there. Gives in between the circles to Timmins. Fired out to neutral ice. And here's McLeod chasing one to the right wing circle. The Bruins end. Timmins tried to play it toward Power, but Power had come to the middle of the ice out near the blue line. They lose it, and Minton brings the Bruins forward. His shot gets blocked.
Great idea, though.
Janot in the near corner. Ends Power. Puck to McLeod behind the net, and he'll take it toward the far circle and deal it up the left side for Tuck. Around behind Korpisalo, comes out into the trapezoid to play it. 12 minutes to go here in the second. Dahlin to Thompson at center ice here for the Sabres. Janot got a stick on it. Now Dahlin's got it back here for Buffalo. Throws one into the Boston zone, but that's going to be an icing.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
11:45 to play here in the second. Bruins with a 2-0 lead. Face off in the offensive zone here. Pavel Zacha will take that. Gets a warning first. And now the Sabres control the draw. Dahlin steps out from behind Lyon. Brings out up the middle. And Middlestat trying to pick his pocket. Nearly
for a second. Yeah, get the stick lift.
Page Thompson into the Boston zone. Pass toward the slot. Knocked away by McAvoy. Thompson at the blue line trying to hold in. Zacha backhands it over to Arvidsson. Gets it back to Zacha with a little space coming across the line. Here's Middlestat left circle. A shot up high on Lyon. And the Sabres clear the rebound just across the blue line. Here's Thompson getting to the Boston line, but taken away and
slowed up through the neutral zone, and then you can poke that puck away with a good gap.
Zadorov to McAvoy, dumped in from the red line. Around the boards it goes to the far side. Sent through the slot here by Arvidsson. Aspero played back toward the corner. Zucker waiting for it along the near side. Then Corrali comes calling. Asamont pushed it back toward the blue line, but Jokiharju was out in the neutral zone, couldn't keep it in. He'll try to reload here. Dahlin knocks one away, and he'll head up toward the Boston line. Dropped one off for his shot. Steered up off the glass by the stick of Korpisalo. In the neutral zone, it'll come back into Boston territory. Korpisalo goes behind the net. Gives to Jokiharju in the far corner. Corrali. Pass up the right side, didn't connect with Castellan. Kesselring for Buffalo. His pass bounced off the stick of Peyton Krebs. Neutral ice taken away by Byram. And the Sabres get back in on the attack here. Krebs, left circle. Quinn stepping toward the front of the net. Gets tripped up going in there. And puck is sent toward the near side.
Needs a line change. It's been a rough one for nothing's really gone right. Even the D need to get off here. Jokiharju and Aspero.
Kesselring
got two forwards off.
Right side, here's Greenway. He'll backhand around behind the net. Mallenstein getting held by Jokiharju in the far corner. Mallenstein will rim it around the near side. Timmins throws one to the net. Scramble for it along the near side as Mallenstein tried to tuck it in along that near post. Greenway got it back to Timmins at the right point. Shot. Not sure if that made it through or not. Turnaround shot by Mallenstein from the near circle. And Korpisalo definitely made that stop. Pasternak will drag it out to center ice. Fires one in on goal from there. Allow the rest of the line to change here. Hampus Lindholm. Knocked down Dunn, but it's Doan going around behind the net. He tried to get it back out in front. Bruins will regain. Each pass got redirected, but picked up on the fly by Zacha. He'll carry in across the line. Hampus Lindholm with a shot, and Lyon sliding to his right, making that save, and cradles the puck with 8:50 to go here in the second period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Sabres nothing here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
We've all seen them. Drivers who are looking at their phones. Is there anything more crazy? It's like they're asking to be in an accident. And why are they even on their phones? To find better car insurance? That's easy. Just pull over and talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you benefit from great coverage and great value. Ask an independent agent of insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Fans gear up for the season with the latest Bruins jerseys available now at the Pro Shop, powered by 47. Shop the Hub on Causeway, located on level 1 of TD Garden, or visit bostonproshop.com. 8:50 left here in the second period. Bruins 2, Sabres nothing. We have face-off coming up in the offensive zone.
Now with Lindholm going down, you're curious who would double shift in those situations. The last shift was Fraser Minton playing in between Kusendinov and Pasternak.
Zadorov with a bouncing puck coming toward the blue line. McAvoy will get it back behind the net. Middlestat to Arvidsson on the near circle, back to Zadorov. His shot, that's blocked. Tage Thompson trying to drag it away from Middlestat. Turned it over. Arvidsson to Middlestat moving in. Tried to drop it for Zacha in the slot. And it's cleared out.
Definitely one too many there. It was interesting this morning, Marco Sturm talking about this line here, Middlestat, Zacha, and Arvidsson, and how he's been deploying them against the other team's top line. They're out there right now against Thompson. But that was one too many passes by Middlestat.
Yeah, I believe he used the word trust. He's trusting them in more situations.
Yeah, Middlestat, I mean, there's a time to be a little selfish, and there's a time to try to make the perfect play. That's, I mean,
there will be Minton out here in between Geekie and Pasternak. And off the draw, Geekie reaches in and pulls that puck free, but they blow it dead. So it was a little too quick getting in there.
Seen him score from that spot too.
He was
off the wall.
He was ready to fire
right behind the centerman and pick that puck up and fire.
Minton wins it toward Geekie. Puck comes kicking out toward the blue line, and it'll be Zach Benson to dump one into the Boston zone. 8 minutes even to play, second period. Hampus Lindholm will carry it toward center ice. Right side pass Pasternak. With some space coming down that right wing side. Circles around behind the net. Gives back to Hampus. Over to Peak. Fires it into the near corner. Ricochets right to Pasternak along the near side wall. Being worked over by Kesselring. Kesselring had the puck briefly. Minton reaches in and gets out. Hampus Lindholm body in front of him as he tried to gain the Boston zone. They get tangled up along the near boards. Hampus got it back out towards center ice. Geekie putting some pressure on Byram. We got a penalty coming up.
Another hooking call. Now the Sabres are going to be upset.
Bruins will go to the power play here with 7:20 to go in the period. It's Michael Kesselring, the guilty party on this one.
Buffalo number 18 is for hooking.
He's got a look on his face like. Trying to buy some time for his partner going back for it. That was Byram, and Geekie was putting the pressure on. Said if they're going to call it tight earlier, then you got to expect it.
It's 3 straight penalties in this game that have been hooking Miners. The Bruins go to the power play, 3rd time tonight. They've got 1 for 2 so far. We'll have to chase this one all the way back down toward Korpisalo. Hands off behind the net to Hampus Lindholm. Bruins moving from right to left here in the second period. Usnadinov's going to carry it toward center ice. Gives off to his right to Middlestat. Now Jokiharju pushed it toward the corner. Sabres, though, will regain. And Greenway in the near corner. Challenged by Usnadinov is able to kick that puck free. Jokiharju back to Hampus Lindholm. Walks it center blue line. Gives it back to the left for Jokiharju. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Jokiharju with a shot. Caught the short side post.
You know, nobody's even challenging him over on that left side. Take the ice it's given.
Greenway will get it into the Boston zone, and both teams get some changes on. McAvoy picks it up from Jokiharju, who's headed off on the change. McAvoy brings it out towards center ice.
Insert Arvidsson on this unit.
And Elias Lindholm's spot here is Geekie. Down the right side, tried to get it to Arvidsson on the doorstep, but it was blocked. Zacha gets it back to McAvoy, settles it at the right point, brings it center blue line. Back to Zacha on that right side. Looking to get it to Geekie. Power got a stick on it. Geekie keeps alive, but now it's McLeod. We got another penalty coming, this one against the Bruins. Lyon breaks for the bench. Tuck gives it to Power along the far side. Sidesteps a Pasternak check. Sabres move up ice with their goaltender pulled. And now Krebs will bring it back toward his own zone as they try to kill off the remaining time on their penalty here. Dahlin taking a look up at the clock as he backs all the way in to the near corner of his own zone.
Yeah, wasted. They're going to have a full power play now.
Quinn will carry it up across the line, gets stood up by McAvoy, forces a turnover just as Kesselring comes out of the box. So it will be a full 2-minute power play for the Sabres with 5:16 to go here in the second period. Pavel Zacha headed to the penalty box for the Bruins.
Boston number 18, 2 minutes from hooking.
We'll take a timeout. Bruins lead it 2-0 here in the second on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to the Bruins Radio Network every home game to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
The Shaws and Star Market Foundation has teamed up with Andrew Peak for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time he or one of his teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative donate to end hunger in our communities. Since it began, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million nationwide, ensuring neighbors have the nutrition they need to thrive. Here with each assist, the foundation will donate $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Hiruse Top Shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston Pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Pavel Zacha to the penalty box for hooking.
For what? For hooking.
4 in a row. That brings about the third power play chance of the night for Buffalo. With 5:16 to go here in the second.
You set the precedent that you're going to call it tight. Like you said, as long as they're consistent, you know, I didn't like Pasternak's call, but as long as they're consistent with it.
Been a lot of quizzical looks from players tonight, but the standard is the standard.
Yes.
Yeah. Thompson rattles it around the near side boards. Dahlin coming down toward the hash marks. Now it's Doan. Zucker turns it along the near boards. Pass down toward the corner. They work it back up top to Dahlin. Top of the right circle, Benson. Goes down low. Zucker to Benson, near circle. Dahlin, center blue line, right back to Benson. Back to Dahlin. Steps to his right, passes over far side. Thompson brings it back toward the high slot. Backhands it back toward Dahlin, moving to the far side. And throws in front. Zucker a chance and another one, and maybe even a third. As Korpisalo gets it covered. Dahlin winds up flat in the crease, courtesy of Kastelik.
Yeah, there was another man dumped there by Zadorov. That's what Dahlin does down around his net. That's what, who did it earlier? Greenway earlier.
Right.
So that's a great save. 2 saves, actually. The first one especially. A couple good cross checks there by Kastelik on Dahlin as he's digging away at it.
20 saves on the night now for Jonas Korpisalo. Minute 19 still to go in the Buffalo power play. 4:35 remaining in the second. Bruins with a 2-goal lead.
Zucker's had the best chances, huh? He's had a couple good opportunities this period.
Razor Minton out to take the face off in that far circle to our right against Zucker. Zucker gets tossed out. So Benson gets in against Minton. And the Sabres will control off the drop. Dahlin gives it toward that far side. Benson back to Dahlin, center of the blue line. Benson again, left circle. Challenged by Peak. Back to Dahlin. Left point. Shot, glove save, Korpisalo, no rebound.
Thompson is lurking over on his right side this time. Prior to the last whistle, he was in the left wing circle. This time he comes all the way out. He's actually past the blue line. He wants that puck with a lot of time and space to make a play coming in. They call it coming downhill as you get the puck and you're heading towards the net. Jeannot's not going to come that far out on him. That spreads the D out too far.
Sabres get set up again. Shot. Korpisalo got a piece of that on Benson.
They haven't used Thompson though with him over on that right side.
Here's Dahlin walking it toward the high slot. Benson, far circle. Back to Dahlin. One-timer, scores. And a power play goal gets Buffalo on the board, but just under 4 minutes to go here in the second. It's 2-1 Bruins.
Yeah, good shot, good screen. I don't think Korpisalo ever sees this shot. It's a one-timer from out high by Dahlin. Gets all of it. You know, that goes back to the penalty killing. At some point, it's going to come back. Yeah, you got two bodies right in front of Korpisalo. He never sees this shot. Doan and Hampus Lindholm are both right there.
Rasmus Dahlin will get his first of the season. And the Bruins lead is 2-1. And here come the Sabres. Shot from the left circle by Greenway, turned away. To the back of the net, it comes back to Greenway. Angles off the near boards. Back to Kesselring, who sends a rocket toward the far corner. Usnadinov coming through neutral ice with speed, cutting to the left circle. And the shot forced wide by Kesselring.
Kesselring was a little flat-footed there, but he was able to get a piece of that shot.
Esamont comes crashing into the near boards. Puck will go around the far side. Off of Jokiharju. Kicks on to McLeod. And Byram from the near circle. Pass toward neutral ice, and it deflects off of Greenway into the Buffalo bench.
It's good burst of speed there by Usnadinov. Gets his puck up in the neutral zone and gets his feet moving. Kesselring really is trying to pivot to his right that time. A little awkward on the pivot, but he does get a stick in there on Usnadinov.
Faceoff will be in the neutral zone here with 3:22 to play in the period. Zach Benson assisting on Dahlin's goal at 16:01. Zacha redirected a pass through the neutral ice and is able to regain it from Kulik. Bouncing through the slot, the Buffalo zone. Power trying to keep away from Zacha. Sends it up the far side. Kulik knocked off his stick by McAvoy. Arvidsson gets it wide to the near side for Middlestat, coming toward the left circle and took the shot that time. Timmins made sure it ended up wide of the net. Zadorov, out near the left point, has his shot blocked off of Krebs and goes high up out of play.
A little too long on a couple of these shots, to take them, I'm saying. You get some open ice. One too many stick handles, looking for your shot, looking for the perfect shot. It's allowed Buffalo to recover and get some sticks on them.
Bruins with 11 shots on goal credited as we approach the late stages of this second period. 6 of them here in the period. Buffalo with 26 shots, 13 in the first and 13 here in the second. Laser Minton's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. And Geekie will take his place. Geekie wins it. It goes across the ice toward the Bruins bench. McAvoy one-times it off of Karam. Put it wide of the net. Zadorov played it back toward the side of the net. And Samuelson wheels around behind. Dahlin passes all the way to center ice. Kulik, the right side for Benson. Swept it deep. McAvoy sealed his man off. Moves behind the net to the far corner. And Minton directs a pass on to Geekie. Geekie brings up across the line. Tried to stop against Samuelson, lost his footing. And the Sabres head back the other way with Benson getting into the Boston zone. Back checking Minton, able to force a turnover. Puck angles off the far boards, but Geekie won't be able to catch up with that one. Both teams getting some changes on here with 2:05 to go in the period. Samuelson from the near circle. Tuck directs a pass deep. Korpisalo wrapped it around the near glass. It took a hop off a stanchion. Bruins have to scramble back to it. Pete to Pasternak. Usnadinov got it out of the zone, but the Sabres have it. Kesselring from the red line. Down the right wing boards and all the way around to the far side. Pete gets knocked down by Tuck over there. Byram gives it to Kesselring. One-touch pass to McLeod. Back to Kesselring at the right point. Goes to McLeod again along the right circle. Up top for Byram. Coming to the near side of the blue line. Shot deflected off of Hampus Lindholm in front. Here's Kesselring. High slot toward the right circle. A rising shot. Goes up and over. Not sure if Korpisalo needed to get a piece of that or not. All the way to the near side circle it comes. Hampus Lindholm backed it up. McLeod centers, comes all the way back to Timmins. Over to the far circle, and Byram's shot forced up and over by Korpisalo. Zucker at the back of the net. Off the far wall, Greenway just on. Here's Power, a one-timer from the center blue line. Gloved by Korpisalo for a whistle.
Needed that whistle. It was a tired unit out there. Buffalo was getting fresh bodies on the ice, having the puck in the offensive zone the entire time.
.50 seconds to go here in the period. Bruins leading 2-1. Been no sign of Elias Lindholm since he left. It's about 12 minutes of game time ago with what appeared to be a knee injury.
Hitting a good shift on that last one, though, coming back. That time, able to strip Benson of the puck. Greenway and Zadorov having a conversation again.
Rally will match up against Greenway on this face-off. Rally won it. Stolen. Shot from in the slot. A scramble for the rebound as Korpisalo wasn't sure where it was. Sat down there in the blue paint for a second. Steered back out towards center ice. Zucker carries back in across the line. Centering pass from Quinn taken away. Jeannot skates the Bruins out through center. All the way across the Buffalo line. Far circle, hands off to Corrali. Shot, save made, Lion, and they score! Diving in and knock the rebound home is Mark Kastelik, and the Bruins lead it 3-1.
And they're giving it to Greenway again right now. That's Jeannot down there. Just a hard-working goal. Nice play by Jeannot. And then Corrali's going to beat his man coming down the right wing. You can see him flying down that right side. He wants this puck. That's Zucker. He just goes right by him. The pass is over to Corrali. Corrali risks one on net. Not handled well by Lyon. Jeannot gets another poke at it. And then Kastelik going to the net on the other side. Stops in front. And just gets body position, stick position on Timmins to find that puck. And they're still barking right now.
So for Kastelik, that'll be his third goal of the year. Two of them have come against the Sabres. A lot of chatter going on here. Zadorov being pushed over toward the Bruins bench by a linesman. You got 7 Sabres milling around. The Bruins have 7 players out there right now, too.
And they're just...
Zadorov.
They're not moving anybody out of there.
No.
Right? Now you got Jeannot barking with the bench.
Zadorov and Kesselring were leaning around that curved pane of glass and having words.
They're still doing it.
Byram's in the middle of that, too. 20.6 to go.
The referees aren't doing
They're just standing there.
They're just standing there. This is where you go over and you warn them.
Right. And nobody's nobody was waiting. It was lining up for the face-off. They're all just kind of standing there talking to each other. We resume play here. Bruins with a 3-1 lead.
That's a big goal. And it's a hard-working goal as well. Kastelik deserved that one. That whole line did.
They're going to get Zacha here.
Dahlin does this every shift.
Here's a chance right in front of Korpisalo. Puck went wide of the net, and now a scramble, and the Bruins will get to the horn here with a 3-1 lead, but they're going to get Zacha for a cross-check as he was putting the stick to the back of Josh Dunn.
Dahlin does it every shift.
We're just battling along the wall for possession in the Bruins zone.
It could explode here in the third period, right? It's gotten close a couple of times.
Yeah, tempers are getting hot here. But it looks as though Buffalo will have a power play when the third period gets underway.
Boston number 18, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Yeah, Zacha for cross-checking. So it's a 3-1 lead, but Boston will be shorthanded for the first 2 minutes of the third period, and we'll be back to talk about what we've seen so far. Second intermission is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
All right, fans, all your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass, plus score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro-loyalty for details. Subject to change.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
Centering pass from Quinn taken away. Jeannot skates the Bruins out through center. All the way across the Buffalo line. Far circle, hands off to Corrali. Shot, save, made, land, and they score! Diving in to knock the rebound home is Mark Kastelik, and the Bruins lead it 3-1. And that goal coming with 19:39 gone by in the second period puts the Bruins up by 2 after 2. Tanner Jeannot, Sean Corrali assisting on Kastelik's third of the year, and you said that's a big goal and a hard-working goal late in that period to make this a 2-goal game with Buffalo about to go on the power play to start the third too.
Like to see that line, and it's a broken kind of line because of the injury to Elias Lindholm, but just that line get rewarded for a hard-working goal. Good speed coming through the middle of the ice, get the shot, keep it alive, go to the net hard, win a battle in front, not be denied. that's a good goal for Kaslik and Jeannot and Corrali. It hasn't been perfect by any means. It's been we say that a lot, it sounds like, but it's there's been some turnovers. There's been some just some play that's been just a little bit off, and Buffalo really hasn't been able to take a huge advantage of it. And it's the big reason. One of the big reasons your goaltender's been excellent again. He was good last game. He's been really good here again this game. 29 shots for the Sabres. They're going to start the third period on a power play, and it was a power play goal that beats him. It was a screen, two guys in front of him, and you never saw that shot coming in. So, this is a big kill to start this third period, but I think the Bruins still have more to give, especially up the ice. I mean, Buffalo's, they haven't been great defensively here today,
right?
But they haven't been challenged a lot defensively either.
And it's been, as we said, toward the end of that period, I mean, tempers are starting to flare here between two divisional rivals seeing each other for the second time this year. It hasn't been, an overly physical game, but...
Well, there's Jason Greenway around, and it started before the hit on Elias Lindholm. Now, I don't think there was anything malicious with the hit on Lindholm. I think it was just one of those things that he didn't run him over. He just... The knee buckled, the leg buckled. I just think they were going after him before that. There was some stuff that had happened earlier, I think down around the net, and Zadorov and Jeannot had been barking at him. And it continues, and Buffalo doing a lot of barking, but, it's got a chance of, exploding a little bit if somebody wants to answer. But I think Zadorov and Jeannot are definitely looking for a partner to dance with there in the third period. So, anyhow, I mean, it's been a really strange game penalty-wise because, there were four hooks in a row called, and the Pastrnak one was a phantom hook, but, the other one sticks in there, and if the referees are going to call it that close, they've got to call it consistently that close, and I think that's what they're trying to do. The cross-check penalty on Zacha, I don't know. I said it during. We watched Dahlin do that just about every shift.
Right.
And guys, not just him. Everybody does. I'm not just saying him. You get a scrum and you get 3 or 4 guys around there. You're always going to get a couple cross checks on the back. It happens all the time. So I'm not sure if they're trying to keep control of it or what they're seeing there, but they got to kill it. And start the third period. And Buffalo sees this as opportunity, right? They've got the one power play goal. It's an opportunity for them to get right back in this. Like I said, 29-14, the shots on goal. Korpisalo's been excellent. Lyon hasn't had to do a whole lot, and they've beaten him three times on 14 shots. So, if you can put some pressure on this Sabres defense, I think you got a good opportunity here.
So you mentioned
it's a very winnable game, obviously.
So you mentioned the collision between Greenway and Elias Lindholm. That came with 12:40 to go in the second period. We have not seen Lindholm since. We don't have an official update on him as of yet.
Added responsibility for a guy like Fraser Minton, who had a couple of good shifts. Asimon played a little bit with Husnudinov and Pastrnak. So, he's normally a winger, playing a little center there. And so you're seeing a couple of different looks for them. And now you're going to be missing a penalty killer, a good penalty killer in Zacha, and a centerman, the guy that takes draws there, who will be in the box. So, but, now you're mixing and matching some of those forward lines. And, how much do you shorten the bench? With the 3-1 lead, you shorten it, or you still have trust in everybody, and that's something that for Marco Sturm, down a man, down a forward, how he's going to manage that bench in the third.
And a guy who's been excellent for the most part on faceoffs throughout this year as well. So that plays into this as you're trying to protect the lead in the third period. He's oftentimes the guy that they call on for defensive zone faceoffs.
Right, he was 6-3 when he went down with that injury, so it didn't look good. It looked like that left leg buckled on him. Maybe the knee buckled on him. Don't want to speculate, but certainly limping on his way down to the locker room with some help.
Yeah, so again, if we get an update from the team, we certainly will pass that along as we get ready for the start of the third period here. But it is a 3-1 lead for the Bruins after 40 minutes. Let's run down the scoring for you in the first two periods. Morgan Geekie getting the power play goal in the first, set up by David Pastrnak and Pavel Zacha at 13:07. For Geekie, his 9th goal of the season and his 7th in the last 6 games. He's had goals in each of the last 6. Then David Pasternak, exactly 2 minutes later at 15:07, gets an unassisted goal, stolen in the defensive zone, broke forward on a 2-on-1, took the shot himself, and beat Alex Lyon to make it 2-0 Bruins after 1. The Sabres got on the board with a power play goal at 16:01 of the second from Rasmus Dahlin. Zach Benson and Tage Thompson assisting there on Dahlin's first of the year. And then the Castlewick goal that we were talking about, his third of the season from Jeannot and Corrali at 19:39. 3-1 Bruins after 2. Time for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Iron Maiden returns. The Run for Your Lives World Tour 2026 at TD Garden September 9th with special guest Megadeth. Get tickets Friday at livenation.com. Sports Hub headlines on the other side with Joe Murray here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey guys, it's David Andrews. If you're headed to a game this season or just looking for the best Italian food in Boston, then you gotta go see my guy Massimo and Aria Trattoria in the North End, located on Hanover Street. Let Massimo and his team do their thing with family-style feasts, prime meats, local seafood, homemade pasta, the best meatballs in Boston, and extensive wine list. Aria Trattoria has it all. Old world Italian with modern flair. Valet parking out front with second floor dining overlooking Hanover Street and the North End. That's Aria Trattoria. Check them out and tell them David sent you.
And what a hit.
That's what checking used to mean to me. I'm Patrice Bergeron, and since I partnered with Avidia Bank, checking means so much more. Avidia Bank offers a variety of checking accounts with something for everyone, from free checking to premier checking with added benefits. Not only does Avidia Bank provide the services you need, they also give back to their community. Learn more about them today at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
The Greater Boston Sports Collector Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium. Meet over 30 sports legends plus over 300 sports memorabilia dealers. Go to gbscconvention.com.
Hey, it's Beetle from my favorite dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell. From game day tailgates to school drop-offs, the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 is your ticket to ride. And right now during the Drive Into Fall event, returning lease customers can save thousands or get 0% financing on select Jeep models. Go see my friend Tony and his team at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell or visit 495jeep.com. Tell them Beetle from the Sports Hub sent you.
Hey, it's Brian Davis, Executive Vice President for Blue Sky Restoration Contractors. I'm just so proud of our impressive growth in the New England market and would like to thank all of our clients for trusting Blue Sky to get you back on your feet after a property disaster. At Blue Sky, we're unique compared to any other restoration company because we take care of everything from beginning to end and coordinate all the work for all parties involved. So when disaster strikes, don't panic. Just visit goblusky.com and our team will be ready. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard right now after 2 periods. Calgary is a 2-1 lead over the Senators. It's the Lightning 1, Stars nothing. Flyers have a 2-1 lead over Nashville. Carolina, they have a 3-1 lead over the Islanders midway through the second period. And the Blues and Canucks tied at 1. Wild has a 1-0 lead over the Penguins. And Winnipeg has a 2-1 lead over Chicago. Rangers, Oilers, Sharks, Devils, Kings, Red Wings. That's the rest of the NHL slate for the night. The Thursday night football game right now, Ravens lead the Dolphins 14-3 in that one. Lamar Jackson has returned. He has 2 touchdown passes in the game. And the Celtics, they're off until tomorrow when they travel on the road to take on Philadelphia. Bruins fans, the latest Bruins Authentics auction is live. Place your bids on the game-used jerseys worn during the 25 Prospect Challenge, including the sweater donned by Fraser Minton. Visit BostonBruinsAuthentics.com to get in on the action. The auction runs through tonight at 10 p.m. I'm Joe Murray. The third period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Electrical contractors, Granite City Electric has a convenient way for you to pick up and access your materials 24/7. Introducing the GCE Night Train Depot. Pick up supplies when it's convenient for you. All materials are stored safely indoors and order size doesn't matter. It's not a locker. Best of all, it's free with over 27 Night Train Depot locations across New England. Convenience and savings all delivered to you from Granite City Electric Supply. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
This is New England Patriots quarterback Josh Dobbs, and Autodesk is the official design and make platform of the New England Patriots. Autodesk is all around us, including here at Gillette Stadium. What fans might not know is that stadiums, buildings, and the new Patriots Training Center were built with the help of Autodesk Construction Cloud software. Autodesk helps the Patriots and the Craft Group bring their construction vision to life.
Autodesk, changing how the world is designed and made. Visit Autodesk.com.
Did you know that Aaron's, the snow thrower company, also makes Gravely lawnmowers? Do yourself a favor and get the job done right with the Gravely zero-turn mower designed to deliver professional results. Dial in your precise cutting height with the comfort of a plush high-back seat, powered with a dependable Kawasaki engine. Gravely is here for you and your lawn, just like the Aaron snow thrower is here for your driveway. Get the most mower for your money and get a Gravely zero-turn. Find your local dealer at gravely.com.
Hit 985thesportshub.com.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
Centering fast, Houston knocks down Brian Ogilvie. Good tough check, and Houston comes away. Good keep on the right side to Kenny Hodge across the line. Back to Busick, his shot, Johnny Busick gets number 500, and everybody's off the Boston bench to congratulate the Chief, and the crowd gives him a standing ovation. Not only his 500 that ties this hockey game, and he started it with a booming check on Brian Ogilvie in his own zone.
This date in Bruins history taking us back exactly 50 years ago today. Johnny Busick's 500th NHL goal as the Bruins beat the St. Louis Blues 3-2. 50 years later, still the only player to score 500 in a Bruins uniform. Ended his career with 545 goals. This date in Bruins history is being restored by Blue Sky. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's goblusky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
John Tavares got goal number 500 yesterday.
Good.
Unfortunately, it was in a loss for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but 500 goals is 500 goals. He did it with two teams, all right, the Islanders and the Leafs.
We go to the third period with the Bruins leading 3-1. Buffalo will start with a full 2 minutes of power play time on the clock. Pavel Zacha whistled for cross-checking at the 20-minute mark of the second period. Charlie McAvoy, who was out there for a long conversation with the referees at the end of the second period has picked up that conversation in progress before we drop the puck on the third.
Just prior to that, it was Zadorov and Tuck having a long conversation with the referee, and then Tuck went over to relay that message to Lindy Ruff, his coach.
Bo Halkitis and Chris Lee, the referees tonight. So, Kuraly, Kastelik, McAvoy, and Zadorov, the four-man unit to get it started here, and we get the official word, as we expected, that Elias Lindholm will not return with a lower body injury. Left with a little over 12 and a half minutes to go in that second period after the collision with Greenway. Tage Thompson will bring the Sabres forward, gets a return pass from Zucker, fires one through the slot. Kastelik got a stick on it, but his stick broke in half. And now he's headed back to the bench to try and get a new one. Doan has it knocked off his stick by McAvoy. And
great job by McAvoy closing on Doan as soon as he bobbled that puck.
Kastelik helped it out of the zone and up toward the Buffalo end. He'll head off on a change now. Minute 23 to go on the Sabres power play as Thompson comes through the neutral zone across the line and tried to leave it near the blue line. Oh, they had a clearing effort. Thompson kept it in. Sent it down low, got it right back. Right circle shot tipped on its way to Korpisalo, who I believe got a piece of it as well. Dahlin at the left point to Benson. Centering pass taken away there by Hampus Lindholm, and they get that one out to the red line.
Got that one out. Hampus had a chance to get it out before, and it didn't quite get it out, and Thompson had a good opportunity from the right wing circle.
Thompson passes on the right side. Down in behind the net comes Josh Doan. To Dahlin at the left point. Back to Thompson far side. That shot gloved by Korpisalo hangs on. 43 seconds left on the Sabres power play. Bruins leading 3-1. 18:42 left.
Well done at the blue line, slowing them down, coming over the blue line. They said McAvoy closing on that far side on Doan. With Kastelik still getting a stick from the bench.
Zadorov got it behind the net to the near corner for Kastelik. Clearing effort. Power trying to keep it into the blue line. But his pass trickled out across the line. So Sabres resetting here. Kulik brings it to the red line. Now to the Boston blue. McAvoy got a piece of a pass that does get to Quinn. Sends it around the boards, but Kuraly there in the far corner, and all the way down it goes. 15 seconds left on Zacha's penalty. Power to the red line. Had to drop it back, and Kulik had to go and get it. Wasted a few extra seconds. Kulik moving forward. Tuck sends a pass into the middle, and Byram shot one wide of Korpisalo. Coming around to the near side, Minton lost possession. Power. Bruins are back to full strength. Shot, save made, and tried to bank one in, it looked like, did Power. As you know, on the near boards, got turned by Quinn. Quinn able to pull that puck free, but forced it down low.
And turnovers there right there.
Yeah. Yoki Haryu's got it. Sabres back off, go for a change. 2.5 minutes into the period. So the Bruins killed off 3 out of 4 penalties tonight. Lindholm, Hampus that is, drives one in from center ice. Arams toward Pasternak. It's tied up along the end boards against a pair of Sabres. Greenway along the far side. Poked it out toward the blue line. Krebs moves it through the middle toward Dunn. But Andrew Peaks back there for the Bruins. So he tried to play it through the far corner. Krebs got a piece of it. Sabres get it back. Samuelson from the left point. Over to the far circle. Right back from Krebs to Samuelson. Shot into traffic in front. And Pasternak going to find it first. Usnadinov couldn't get it moving out of the zone. Sabres come right back, and Dunn misfired on a shot attempt. Usnadinov along the near boards, or near side of the net, wrestling with Greenway. He's given up quite a few inches and pounds in that battle, but Bruins able to clear the puck.
A little sloppy coming out of their own zone with this 3-1 lead, but they get the penalty kill. A couple good saves. Don't want to see them sitting back on their heels, though.
And that's going to be an ice. Middlestat take this face off the far circle. They win it. Zadorov gives off to Arvidsson. Down the left circle comes McAvoy. Drives right to the front of the net, and Byram blocked the shot. Right in front of Lyon.
I like the way he brought that puck strong to the front, right off the face-off.
Zacha kicked the puck along the far boards to Arvidsson, who helped it back to Zadorov. Shay's off toward the near circle, and Kesselring's got it. Pressured by Arvidsson, plays it out toward the red line. Zadorov slaps it back toward the Buffalo zone. Arvidsson near circle, faked a slap shot. Wheels back along the blue line, hands there to Jokiharju. Brings it down the right wing wall. Wide angle shot, hit the outside of the post. And it'll carry him all the way back out towards center.
That's easier play. Tape, you're throwing it right into traffic right there. Trying to force that pass up the middle.
Face off in the near circle, won by Kastelik. Peak will send it behind the net. Hampus Lindholm skates onto it. Cross ice pass, Corrali will bat it deep. Lyon came out of the net. Around to the far circle, Greenway's pass picked off by Kastelik. Asamont hands it back to him, gives it right back to Asamont. Down toward the near corner. Corrali gets there first and trying to play it back toward the point, but nobody home, and that one's going to go all the way back down toward Korpisalo. 5 minutes gone, third period. Bruins 3, Sabres 1. Peak sends a right wing pass toward Asamont, directed into the Sabres zone. Samuelson to it first. Tried to turn back toward the corner, nearly gave it right back to Corrali. Instead, the Sabres head the other way. Coming toward Jokiharju, brings it back toward that far circle. Aspero, Geeky up the wall for Jeannot, and now Corrali breaking out. Corrali with some space up the left wing side, sends it in front, looking for Jeannot. Geeky will take the face-off in the offensive zone here. Sabres win it. Kulik. Kesselring got it around the far side. Rink-wide pass didn't connect with Byram coming through the neutral zone. Kesselring backing in his own end here. Thompson on the Buffalo blue line. Dumps in from the red. Near side, got through Byram. Geeky. Ran out of time before he could clear. Minton helps it out. Thompson with the puck on his stick once again. To center ice. Goes it right side for Kulik. McAvoy will take it back behind the Bruins net and along the near circle. Sends it softly up the near wall. Geeky in the neutral ice finds Minton. Steps in across the line. Tuck back checking. Knocks that puck into the far corner. Goes to get it. And the Sabres head out. McLeod carrying it through center. Power on the left side. Tuck throws one to the net and scooped up for the whistle by Jonas.
Options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The Greater Boston Sports Collector Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium. Meet over 30 sports legends plus over 300 sports memorabilia dealers. Go to gbscconvention.com.
Hit a home run with Cambridge Savings Bank's Small Business Services. With a wide range of products and personalized support, they've got the winning strategy for you. Visit CambridgeSavings.com.
Hey, it's Beetle from my dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell, where you'll save thousands on all new Ram light duty, heavy duty, and ProMaster vans. Or choose the lowest lease payments of the year on all Ram trucks. Visit 495ram.com.
Hey, Ryan Williams here with 128 Plumbing, Heat and Cooling and Electric, home of Finish Strong Friday. And at 128, we are proud to be local and independently owned since 1992. And this year, we're excited to announce that we are now certified Evergreen, which is a certification that speaks to long-term commitment and remaining privately held, with a focus on people over short-term profits and exits. Learn more on our website or social media at call128.com.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
13-16 left here in the third period. Bruins with a 3-1 lead. Goals from Morgan Geeky, David Pasternak, and Mark Kastelik tonight. Rasmus Dahlin, a power play tally for the Sabres. The only one of their 34 shots that has gotten past Jonas Korpisalo this evening. Off the draw, inside the Bruins zone. Arvidsson able to chip it out to center ice, chasing up the right side, and had Middlestat coming down the middle of the Sabres zone, just taken away. Tuck bringing back into the Bruins zone, and they score. Tuck threw it on goal and deflected up into the air off Korpisalo, and Doan knocked it in.
Doan actually bats this puck with his hand, but then gets his stick on it.
Wow.
So that puck was stopped by Korpisalo, comes straight up in the air. Doan knocks it down with his hand and then reaches with the stick to knock it home. High-end play by Doan to finish that one off. After the rebound came straight out.
Yeah, about eye level. He gloves that down. It lands in the crease and able to get the stick to it first. So exactly 7 minutes into the third period, Sabres cut it back to a 3-2 game. Fourth of the year for Josh Doan. He's got goals in back-to-back games. Pasternak will get the Bruins across the line, and a shot thrown on goal by Asimont. On the near side circle, Husnadinov able to pull it free. Here's Pasternak, got it all the way across to the far circle, and Aspero threw that one on with a one-timer. Near side, Samuelson pushed it up the wall. Yoki Harju sends it across, and Pasternak
trying to find Asimont going to the net.
Yeah, Dahlin blocked it. Poked back toward the blue line. Aspero shot it back down toward the corner. Pasternak and Dahlin. Dahlin takes a tumble down. Looking to draw a call there. Husnadinov to the far circle. Asimont rims it around the near side. Yoki Harju. Pass down into the near corner. Asimont sends it all the way across. Off of Karam to Aspero. Pasternak pulls it off the far boards. Sends it toward the side of the net. Picked off by Dahlin. He'll clear it out to center ice.
He did a shift like that. Here we go.
And we got a fight. It's Asimont and Krebs. Both guys go tumbling down. Never really got going. Just in front of the Buffalo bench on that far side.
Well, Bruins needed a shift like that, though. That was a good shift in the offensive zone. You can see what led to this. With all the talking going on in the first couple of periods, I didn't expect those two to go, but
Mikey Asimont hearing it from the crowd on his way into the penalty box.
19 Buffalo, 5 minutes each for fighting.
His first fighting major as a Bruin.
just a good offensive shift, offensive zone shift for the Bruins. Oh, yeah. Krebs got away with a pretty good interference on Pasternak. For all the stuff that they called tonight, that was pretty good interference.
Asimont got red in Krebs' face after he saw that. The gloves went down. So 11:57 to go. 3-2 Bruins lead. Faceoff comes just outside the Buffalo zone. Sabres will control it. Byram just inside his own blue line. Backhands it over to Kesselring. Kesselring will start it up for Thompson. Benson plays it around behind Korpisalo. McAvoy goes to it first in the near corner. But Sabres able to regain. Benson angles it off the end boards. Minton gets to it first. On the far side, it'll come free to Kulik. Throws one toward the net. Ricocheted off a couple of bodies there, but McAvoy in the far corner. Sends an outlet. It's knocked down at the blue line. Brought right back in by Benson. Around the far corner again. Thompson and McAvoy. Chipped off the boards. Grabbed by Minton. 3-on-2. To the right side to Geekie across the line. Pass hits Chanot in the skate. And Kulik heads the other way before he gets angled off the puck by Minton. Now pass from Hampus Lindholm just too far for Geekie. Get out from behind the net by Lyon. 10:50 to play. Doan from center ice. Lobs one in toward the end wall. Hampus Lindholm to Peak to the near side. And Zaka against Power along the near boards. Doan, Middlestat, Peak all in there. Peak sends it behind the net. Hampus Lindholm plays it up the far left wing boards. It jumps off of Timmons' stick into the Buffalo bench and back onto the ice. It's out of play.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
10:31 to play. Bruins lead is 3-2. Second of 4 meetings this year. Last time Buffalo will be here at TD Garden. The other two in Buffalo, one right after Christmas, the other one up in March. Greenway brings into the Boston zone and fires a shot off the blocker of Korpisalo. Yoki Haru around the far side finds Corrali.
Wiped out in front of the net.
Greenway gets it back into the Boston zone. Samuelson, Quinn, far corner up against Corrali and Aspero. Busnadinov pushed it up the wall. Stops near the red line and tried to get it to Yoki Haru, who was the guy coming.
But Samuelson backed off, recognized it.
Past the midway point of the third. Both teams getting some changes on here. Dunn redirects a Samuelson pass deep behind Korpisalo. McAvoy goes to get it. Around the near glass, got through Byram. Reaching for it, coming into the neutral ice was Arvidsson, but Kesselring got it instead. From his own blue line, Kesselring hands back toward Thompson. Thompson through the center ice circle. Gets hit by Zadorov coming into the Boston zone, but they still get a shot off, and that one goes up and out of play. We'll step aside with 9:19 to go. It's the Bruins 3 and the Sabres 2 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Good news, homeowners. Over the last 5 years, home values have increased more than 40%. Bad news, homeowners. Some of you haven't adjusted your insurance to cover your home's increased value, which means a natural disaster could also be a financial disaster. Relax, people. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need today to ensure a happy tomorrow. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Mark Kastelik's goal at the tail end of the second period is tonight's electric play delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to gcenighttrain.com to order. 9:19 remaining. Bruins leading 3-2 over the Sabres. Face-off coming up in the defensive zone. AC Middlestat against McLeod, who had to get in there after passed out of the circle. Shot up the near boards by Peak, reaching for it at the attacking blue line. Jeannot. McLeod able to circle back behind the Buffalo net with it. Byram fires a pass through the neutral ice, directed into the Bruin zone. Doan with a shot from the top of the near circle, knocked down and then covered by Korpisalo.
Got a good look at it though. Did Korpisalo on that shot coming through. I tell you, that goal by Doan was a nice one. That was, he was part of that trade for Peterka.
Yeah.
Of course, his father, Shane Doan, long-time NHLer and highly respected guy around the league. But that, that Utah team, they've got some exciting players, and to move a guy like Doan to get an established guy like Peterka, but Doan with a lot of upside, and they got a stable right now in Utah.
They do,
and draft picks.
Bring in, we talked about when we were out there. You bring in Sergachev last year. Zadorov sends it around the far side.
They had 2-on-1.
2-on-1 here. Middlestat Swings it toward the near side. Zacha just onside. Got the shot. Coming down the middle, but Lyon makes the save, and the Sabres will clear it.
Yeah, Utah had in their lineup five players who were drafted in the top 10 by Utah or Arizona.
Right. Locked up Logan Cooley long term yesterday too. Here's Husnudinov. He'll throw one wide of the net. Down the near side, and it'll be controlled by Jack Quinn with 8 minutes to go here in the third period. 1-goal game. Dahlin towards center ice, trying to get it into the Boston zone, picked off by Pasternak and nearly sprung Geekie back the other way. Instead, near side, Jokiharju. Quinn forced it back down toward the corner. It'll come free to Samuelsson. His shot redirected, goes bouncing wide of Korpisalo. Knocked up behind the net. Greenway. Jokiharju gets the body in front of him. Sabres almost regain there. Now it's forced out of the zone. Pasternak takes a spill. And
unbelievable.
After all that we've seen called tonight,
Zucker
whistles,
got away with a trip.
Whistles have gone away here in the third period. Byram will dump in from the red line. All the way around to the far side. Jeannot tangled up over there. It'll come back toward Kesselring. Now Byram to the left point. Kastelik knocked it free, but couldn't get going up ice. In and out of the Korpisalo's glove. A scramble in front of the net.
That should have been another 2-on-1 for the Bruins right there. Instead, it ends up being a good opportunity for Buffalo.
6:50 to go. Sabres trying to get into the zone. Doan has his pocket picked by Kastelik, who had Jeannot headed up the far side, but couldn't settle that puck.
Buffalo is cheating like crazy, and the Bruins haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Doan brings back to the near left wing side and dumps in. Buffalo getting some changes on. Jeannot takes a bump from Byram along the far side, clears it. Power turns in his own zone, brings it towards center ice. Left wing a pass. Thompson reaching out to get it. Sends behind the net. Zadorov gets in there against a pair of Sabres. Middlestat. Pass off to that far side. Arvidsson and Zacha come forward. Left side. Arvidsson stops top of the circle. Takes a shot. Glove stop by Lyon. Hangs on.
That was better. I mean, they've had some potential to get odd man rushes going up the ice. They're just missing on a pass here. Just missing on a pass there. Geekie had an opportunity for a breakaway. The pass was just in front of them. They had a 3-on-2 passing the skates. That one was just mishandled at the blue line. Otherwise, there's a clear-cut 2-on-1.
Mikey Asamont and Peyton Krebs just released from the penalty boxes after their 5-minute fighting majors.
Zacha had the chance on the pass from Middlestat. Buffalo's got 4 guys up the ice every time.
Shots are now 40-19 in favor of the Sabres with 6:05 to play. Bruins with a 3-2 lead. Face off to the right of Alex Lyon. Off the draw, Bruins have it. Aspero's shot gets blocked by Mallenstein and goes over the glass in the far corner.
Face-off win by Minton. Getting more and more trust, from the coaching staff. Out there right now with Geekie and Tanner Jeannot. Lines have been kind of all over the place
since Lindholm, since Elias got hurt.
This is the line that started.
Right.
Another face-off win.
Here's Jokiharju. In a moment ago when we were talking about Utah, Logan Cooley gets 8 times 10 from the Mammoth yesterday. He is going to be in Salt Lake City long term. Mentioned in the pregame show today, Avalanche locked up Marty Necas for 8 years today too. $11.5 million per. Here's Tuck moving in and he scores. Off the face-off, Sabres able to get it to Tuck on the inside of the circle, and they have tied it at 3 with 5:35 left.
Yeah, after the icing call, face-off down on the left wing side to the right of Korpisalo. Korpisalo is fuming right now. He thought that there was some interference in front of the net. That was, see if the Bruins end up, they're talking about it right now. The Bruins challenge this.
It was Doan who was sniffing around there.
But you have two guys go to the same guy along the wall, and that's going to leave Tuck wide open. They might challenge us. Before the shot was taken, and so the issue is, does he have time to get...
Boston is challenging the play.
He pushes. Stone pushes.
These goaltender interference calls are always very subjective.
The problem is you're going to go shorthanded.
Right. So the referee's on the headset down below us, taking a look at the tablet in conversation with Toronto.
Geeky and Aspro went to the same man. And that leaves Tuck wide open.
So if this stands, it'll be a 3-3 game, and Buffalo will go on to the power play. Referee's taking a long look at this.
Yeah, I get why they're doing it. I don't know if it'll be overturned. I mean, we saw Sam Bennett cross-check somebody into Swayman last year or whatever it was, and they didn't call goalie interference. So.
We have these league broadcast meetings where the officials do presentations and talk about this stuff, and
they'll ask everybody, what do you think? Is this goalie interference?
Right.
Is that goalie interference? Is that goalie interference? And they got a committee back in the situation room helping the referees on this decision.
Right. But they do the same thing with the league general managers at their meetings, and they say half the time it's usually a 50-50 when they take a vote in the room as to what should be and should not be interference.
You're going to get an answer right now.
All right. Here's Chris Lee with the verdict.
The coach's challenge by Boston, this team, there was no goaltender interference.
It was a good goal. No goaltender interference.
And Boston's going to be shorthanded.
So Buffalo will go to the power play. It will be their 5th of the night. With 5:35 left, it's a tie game. And the Bruins go shorthanded.
They're going to put somebody in the box before they drop the puck. Referees aren't calling for anybody to go to the box.
They just realized it. Yeah, the penalty box door is still open. And Mikey Asamont will come over and serve it. So now the Bruins penalty killers have to come up with another one here. 5.5 to go. Sabres moving from right to left. Thompson brings it through the neutral zone. Lost it coming across the line. Corrali steers it out. Here's Kastelik up the left side. Kastelik has it knocked off into the corner by Zucker. McAvoy got a piece of it as it came outside the zone. Gathered back in here by Benson. He'll hand off to Thompson. 1.5 to go on the penalty. Thompson, as he tried to pass the puck, his stick came apart. And the whole thing lines up offside. So 1:28 to go on the Buffalo power play. 5:03 left here in regulation in a tie game. Sabres able to erase a 2-goal deficit here in the third period. Razor Minton will take the face-off just outside the Boston line against Tage Thompson. And shoots it forward into the Buffalo zone. Dahlin picks it up from the near corner. 1:20 to go on the man advantage. Dahlin to the red line. Passes to the left side for Zucker. Back to Thompson, and he drives it in. All the way around to the far circle. Minton reversed it back in behind the net. McAvoy kept it moving. Zucker at the near point to keep in. Dahlin gives to Zucker center blue line. Benson has it skip off his stick. McAvoy against a fallen Benson in the near corner. Now Zadorov goes down on top of the puck briefly. Swept back towards Zucker at the point. Dahlin, Thompson, one touch over to Zucker, top of the far circle, throws one in on Korpisalo. Made the stop even though Benson was right in his grill. Sabres able to get reset with 38 to go on the power play. Thompson backhanded to Doan. Back to Thompson near circle. Up top for Benson. Fumbled it out of the zone. Dahlin turns from his own blue line. Bruins getting some changes on. Sabres doing likewise. Dahlin's attempt gets blocked over the glass by Andrew Peet.
Yeah, they got the Bruins spread out just a little bit. Korpisalo is forced to make a save and then push that puck away from harm's way before there's a rebound opportunity. Going to be aggressive sometimes. There's going to be a guy open.
21 seconds left on the penalty. 3:56 to go here in regulation. Off the draw, Peet got it to Hampus Lindholm, and all the way down ice it goes. Lyon moves it for Power toward the red line. Power brought it to the blue line, then dropped it back. And 3 guys jumped offside on the play, so they had to back up. That's going to allow the penalty time to expire. Asamont's out with 3.5 minutes to go in a 3-3 game. Power circling back away from Kastelic in the neutral zone to his own, inside his own blue line. Power still with the puck. Gives to Malenstein, directed in toward Korpisalo and wide. Peet sends it around the far boards. Kastelic picks it up coming out into neutral ice, and from the red line dumps in. Heads off for a change. Lyon from behind the net into the far corner to Timmins. Up the right side, Greenway. He'll cut across the ice near the red line and dumps in, and that should be an icing. It is.
Yeah, Arvidsson right away.
Arvidsson put his arm up before the linesman did.
The back linesman had it.
Oh, there'll be a face-off in the offensive zone with 2:55 left. Bring out Pasternak, Geekie, and Husnudinov.
Yeah, Husnudinov's been taking the draws, and that line has been out for a draw.
Sabres control this one. Timmins work his way to the far boards. To the near side for Samuelson. Dumps in from the red line. Off the back of the net. Malenstein got to it first. Turns it back toward the near side. Gets it to McLeod. All the way back to the blue line where he hands off to Byram. Coming down the left wing. Gives it back to McLeod. Off the near board. Shot goes wide. Pasternak's got it along the far side, bringing through neutral ice. Deflected puck gets to Geekie. Angled off the near boards just out of Husnudinov's reach. He stays with it. And gets some help from Geekie, who tried to center. He had Pasternak in front, but it was blocked. Tuck in behind the net. Far corner, Pasternak. Tuck bothering in from behind. McLeod's got the puck here for the Sabres. Now Tuck into the Boston zone. Peaks lost his stick. Thrown through the slot. Kesselring was there but couldn't redirect it. Arvidsson with speed up the left wing side here for the Bruins. 1:55 to go. Around the boards it comes, and Tuck will just bang it back deeper into his own zone for Dahlin. Sabres change. 1:42 to go. Tie game. And that should be an icing.
Well, all they're doing is when the Bruins line up in that 1-2-2, they're firing a pass up the middle, and all they're doing is redirecting it into the zone. That one they missed on the redirect, and then trying to establish a forecheck with wingers flying from either side. In that last one, they were going for a line change, and Malenstein was the guy that got to the puck first. It was 1 against 4. Sabres were late getting their, still coming a long way on that line change. And they allowed Malenstein to hold on to the puck.
Face off in the offensive zone for Middlestat. Sabres control, lob it out into neutral ice. McAvoy a step ahead of Greenway. Around to the far corner for Zadorov. Volleys it back through center. Bouncing puck. Chased down back in the Buffalo zone by Kesselring. 1:20 to go in regulation. Arvidsson tripped along the far side. They'll get that one. And the Bruins are going to go to the power play with 1:17 left.
Well, they missed a few of them earlier, so. Or at least in our minds.
It's Jordan Greenway who will go off for tripping. Bruins 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Get a chance to try to get back in front.
Yeah, that's good. He doesn't like it, but his right leg with Arvidsson's right leg. He wasn't sticking way out, but certainly made no attempt to avoid it. Timeout, Boston.
Oh, they'll try and gather the power play unit around. Geekie had a power play goal back in the first period. Their one tally on 3 chances. Elias Lindholm in the locker room since midway through this game with a lower body injury. Their leading power play goal scorer this year with 4 of their 10. Arvidsson has joined this top power play unit with Lindholm out. So it's him, Pasternak, Geekie, Zacha, McAvoy. As they come out for a face-off in the offensive zone. 2 minutes on the board for Greenway. 1:17 to go here in regulation. 3-3 our score. And Zacha is going to get kicked out of the face-off circle, so Geekie will take his place against Ryan McLeod. Geekie's second effort, able to pull it back. Here's McAvoy to Geekie along the far wall. Arvidsson, one-touch pass in front for Zacha, broken up. Arvidsson gets it back to McAvoy near the center of the blue line. On the left wall, Geekie, McAvoy. Now to Pasternak, over to McAvoy. Fires, and the save made by Lyon as Arvidsson got knocked down to the far side of the crease.
That cross-check down by Timmins. They allow the cross-check in front of the net. You know, that's... Kessler did the same thing to Darlene earlier in the game.
That shot got deflected out high and came fluttering toward Lyon. 56.5 to go. Off the face-off, scramble for it at the dot. Kicked on to Arvidsson. Sends it back to McAvoy. Rolled over his stick, stays in play. Geekie top of the far circle. Back to McAvoy once again. To Geekie. On the hash marks, 40 seconds left in regulation. Tried to get it to Arvidsson. It was tipped by Samuelsson. Arvidsson gets back to Geekie in the far corner. Turns it back to his forehand. To McAvoy at the left point. Pasternak near side. To Zacha in the circle. Toward Arvidsson in the corner. 24 seconds left. Zacha near corner. Behind the net. Arvidsson pushed it toward Geekie. Far side hash marks. Now to McAvoy, center of the blue line. 15 seconds left. Geekie, one-timer. Block. Got it right back. Sent it in front. He was looking for Pasternak on the back door. 8 to go. Tuck able to take one away from the corner and scale it all the way down. Korpisalo will stop it. And time will expire here in regulation. We're headed to overtime here at TD Garden. Tied at 3. And the Bruins power play will continue to start overtime. We will have it next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent...
For financing details, exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
To overtime we go here at TD Garden, tied at 3 after Buffalo got a pair of goals in that third period. For the Bruins, it'll be overtime number 2 this season. They won the other one here on home ice with Fraser Minton doing the honors in that one. Sabres, this is their third straight overtime game. They've lost the other 2 by the score of 4-3 to Toronto on Saturday and to Columbus on Tuesday.
Yeah, so 4-on-3 power play now. Steve Spott, the assistant coach, kind of runs the power play. They called the timeout, and he was running that kind of meeting by the boards. And then this last commercial timeout after the end of regulation did the same thing with the 4 guys he wanted out there.
Pasternak, Geekie, and Zaka with McAvoy. That's the 4-man unit. They will deploy to get it started. And the face-off at center ice, won by the Bruins. They'll be moving from right to left here in overtime. McAvoy skates it towards center ice. Left wing pass for Zaka. Hands off to Pasternak. Carries in across the line. Turns with it out near the blue line. Gives to McAvoy. He walks it toward the right side. To Zaka. Skipped through him, but Geekie behind the net to keep it moving toward the far side. McAvoy comes down south of the hash marks to keep alive. Now Geekie, top of the circle. Gives to McAvoy. 15 to go on the power play. McAvoy to Zaka. Far circle to Pasternak. One-timer. And it felled Samuelson. Pasternak's got it back in the far circle. Samuelson blocks another one. He's playing on one leg right now. Greenway's getting ready to come out of the box. Pasternak from the left wing circle. As the power play expires, Geekie in the near corner turns with it. Flips it back toward the blue line. McAvoy's going to back his way out of the zone. It's 4-on-4 right now here in overtime. A minute gone by. It will remain 4-on-4 until the next whistle. Hampus Lindholm carries across the line down the middle. Gives it right side for Middlestat. Pivots in the far corner against Kulik. Kicks it to his stick. Middlestat slams on the brakes. Deals it back to Hampus Lindholm. Zadorov with a shot. And Lyon. Oh, it trickled through him, but stopped in the crease.
Bruins pretty much stopped. They didn't go to the net. Referee alertly did not blow the whistle. It was right there behind him.
Samuelson shoots it up the far side.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay.
Misses Thompson, and that'll be an icing.
Those D have been out there for a minute and a half now to start this overtime. Samuelson and Timmins. Now it's going to go to 3-on-3, though.
It'll revert back to 3-on-3 now. It should. Zadorov hops off for the Bruins.
Buffalo taking their time with their line change. Why is Dahlin able to come out on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, this is an icing against the Sabres. They should not be able to change.
Yeah, but see, they're letting Buffalo put guys on the ice.
They're essentially getting a free timeout here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For Dahlin, or for Samuelson and for Timmins.
So Kulik goes off, but that's fine because they needed to get it down to 3-on-3. They had to take somebody off,
right.
But face-off win here. Hampus Lindholm, far circle with a shot in and out of Lyon's glove. And the Sabres get possession with Thompson giving it to Timmins. Dropped it back, and Samuelson circles behind his net. They'll change one up front as Dahlin jumps on. Samuelson from the far face-off circle. Skates out toward the center of his own blue line. Gives to Dahlin coming across the Boston line. Then he blows a tire. Minton gives over to Husnudinov. 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1. Husnudinov right circle. Scores! Marat Husnudinov with the game winner. Bruins 4, Sabres 3.
Well, elevated role for Husnudinov, right? Injury not only Lindholm, but he's played a pretty good role here the last couple of games on that top line. And now out here in overtime with Minton. Dahlin leading the rush for the Buffalo Sabres, blows a tire, loses the puck. The Bruins 2-on-1, maybe even a 3-on-1 going back the other way. And Husnudinov is going to pick the top corner, short side, the left shot coming down the right wing, and he rips it right up and up over the top of the glove of Alex Lyon.
Great time for his first of the year. Marat Husnudinov gives the Bruins the 4-3 victory. They've won 3 out of 4. We'll be back to recap it next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for feeding the puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
When it's really cold, you'll feel it in your bones. And your house will feel it in its pipes. Of course, if your pipes burst, you're going to feel it in your wallet, too. That's why Safety Insurance offers discounts to Massachusetts and New Hampshire homeowners if you have water leak devices or freeze detection systems. It's smart to think safety first. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro-loyalty for details. Subject to change.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for feeding the puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. The media group station.
Samuelson from the far face-off circle. Skates out toward the center of his own blue line. Gives to Dahlin coming across the Boston line. Then he blows a tire. Minton gives over to Husnudinov. 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1. Husnudinov right circle. Scores! Marat Husnudinov with the game winner. Bruins 4, Sabres 3. Bruins a 4-3 overtime victory tonight. We're joined downstairs by the guy who got the game-winning goal, Marat Husnudinov, in overtime. Marat, congratulations on the win and the goal. Give us your thoughts on how that goal came to be. How did you wind up with the puck, and take us through the rest?
Oh, it's a great play by Minty. Take a puck, give him a pass, and the goal is 3-on-1. It's not a hard moment, easy for me, but it's a great game, crazy game. Excellent job, PK today. Corpy, oh my God, 40 shots. Yep, great game, great win.
Marat, you're on the line now. I know Elias Lindholm got hurt today, but you've been playing on that line here for a couple games with him and Pasternak. And how has that felt for you here?
It's good for me, you know. It's the first time I play in first line. It's smart players. I need to play smart too. And great time for me, great time.
How are you guys feeling? Third win in the last 4 games. Do you feel like things are starting to kind of come together with this team?
Yeah, we need to win every game right now, but this game, lose streak, you know, and last free game we won. It's perfect for us, but we'll see. It's good for the team.
We appreciate the time. Congratulations on the goal. Thanks so much.
You.
All right, there's Marat Husnudinov with a game-winning goal at 2:07 of overtime. Fraser Minton gets the assist. Bruins win at 4-3.
2 overtime winners for the Bruins this season. One goal was scored by Husnudinov today, and the other game winner was Minton.
Yeah,
against the Chicago Blackhawks.
Right. Listen, 2-goal lead gets away in the third period, but you find a way to get the 2 points tonight.
Yeah, it's. And then you had a power play and a chance to seal it maybe in regulation. Weren't able to do it. Beginning of overtime, weren't quite able to do it. But, you know, you get outshot 40-22. Buffalo, I don't think the Bruins were at their sharpest here today. You know, they had a couple good plays early. Had a greasy goal there by Kastelik, which was the third goal. Gave them the 2-goal lead. Third period, you know, I think that they made a couple of mistakes there in the third period. Buffalo kept pressing and ends up getting the 2 goals. They rolled the dice on the goalie interference call. I didn't think that they would win that. We didn't think that they would win that. But, like, you know, we talked about, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. You know, sometimes even coaches talk openly about it. You know, you kind of roll the dice. But what happens is if you lose the challenge, then you leave yourself